Where my fire starters at, man. Shout out the whole Fire Flame Nation as God Fear TV and Strategic Fire TV back with another one here tonight. And for the ones who have been wondering, okay, the actual real hardcore down for the get down, Jay-Z following. And even from the ones that's actually looking from the outside, looking in, want to know why and what this strange imagery and all this weird energy is all about. Tonight, everyone will get the exact information that they are looking for right here, because you ain't gonna be able to get this shit nowhere else. I could promise you that, as it is a lot of people. They got their take and got their opinion on why Jay-Z chose to do this interview and why he chose to use the imagery that he chose to use, and why he also used, okay, this Congo mask for his promo in this GQ magazine. Everybody, like I said, man, some people looking to the left, some people looking to the right, and that's what they want you to do. They want you to look left, look right, and of course, we're supposed to look both ways when we walk across the street in the middle of traffic, but you still got to align yourself and look straight ahead to see what the fuck is actually coming towards you. And with that being said, man, tonight we're going to go all the way into this situation and where it all stems from, how allegedly and why the people in Africa, Central Africa, South Africa, Congo, Africa, Angola, Africa, the same Africa, right? Because it ain't more than one, right? The same Africa that Jay-Z went to, okay, back when this all started over 2 decades ago, when he aligned himself with them people, when he went out there and they made him do that motherfucking scam, Water for Life bullshit, okay, that raked in so many millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars. And even Jay-Z even got put on a even broader and global scale, because he was able to benefit off of that too. Not only is he benefiting off of all this funding and donation that's going on out there, because we know all them villages, they still fucked up out there. They still fucked up out there, and we got the receipts. We got the receipts with Jay-Z going out there 20 years ago, y'all. This is how allegedly he got aligned with these people, and the people of Africa, the higher ups, the power, okay, the people in power is allowing him to use this Congo mask. You see what I'm saying? When in reality, it should be a disrespect to their culture, especially somebody like Jay-Z. All right. But allegedly, the only reason why they allowing him to align himself with this sacred historical mask, all right, is deeper and darker than y'all could ever imagine. Now I need everybody to hit the like button, drop y'all finance TVs in the chat, man, because look, man, it's a lot of Jay-Z shadow banning going on. It's a lot of Jay-Z shadow banning going on in YouTube street, Instagram, TikTok. Only certain things is getting out because he already knew certain people was going to react to this. Not only that, man, it's a lot of videos that's actually coming out from that country in Africa, from that continent that is being blocked in America, that a lot of people is very upset, and they feel as though Jay-Z has disrespected their ancestors spiritually, all right, and historically. That part, that's the part that a lot of people don't know, how deep this shit is. And allegedly it's being used for dark shit. Now, we going to get all into this, man. Now, before we even start this, man, shout out the whole Fire Flame Nation. I appreciate y'all, everybody that's coming up in the chat, all the moderators, Flaming Raiders, Fire Starters, Hawkers, Walkers, and Stalkers, man. If you ain't a fire starter yet, what you waiting on, man? Okay, because we got to do our due diligence. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news, reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. But y'all know what it is, and y'all know what it ain't. We fire starters, hawkers, walkers, and stalkers. We stomp, step, and stand on real morals and traditional principles every day of our motherfucking life. And we know ain't nothing morally sound, nowhere near traditional, what the fuck this goofy just fucking did. Now, let's get right into it. Shout out everybody that's coming up in here. I see y'all, but we gonna work tonight. We gonna work tonight because let me tell you something. Everybody wanna know why this man just popped up out the blue, all right, on some weirdo shit. Now, if y'all pay attention, y'all, as I start to strategically drop bombs, we coming out, all right, setting fire to their ass. If y'all pay attention, y'all, okay, Jay-Z did not drop this interview on GQ, okay, until after the concert was sold out. Y'all know that, right? Pay attention. The tickets already went on sale before this interview came out. But strategic drop. Let's keep it real. All right. If the real diehard Jay-Z fans and everybody that's following this goofy motherfucker for all these years that has been put, all right, in a fucking demonic spiritual chokehold with his fucking music that does send all our people to jail and fucking prison, and he the only one getting rich off the shit. Let's keep it real, y'all. Okay, if he would have dropped this interview, you think he would have sold out Yankee Stadium? Hit the like button. If he would have dropped this interview, y'all, first, hit the like button. Let's talk facts. Let's talk facts. If he would have dropped this interview first, before them tickets went on sale, before he announced those shows at Yankee Stadium, them tickets wouldn't have sold out. They wouldn't have sold out. And you see, he snaked everybody. He snaked everybody real good, didn't he? He waited till all those tickets got sold. He waited for day one to get sold out, day two to get sold out. Then he added a third day, and that bitch was 80% sold out before they dropped the interview, y'all. Pay attention. Because we all know people who follow hip-hop historically, people who really like embedded this man in their life and live like a normal life, all right? There's no way he would have sold out Yankee Stadium that quick if this interview would have dropped. Let's talk about that. And let's not forget, it's right after the Epstein's files, as I strategically break this down, what that image on that fucking wall look like. Do it remind you of SpongeBob or what? Hit the like button. Strategic drop. Didn't they say Epstein is on SpongeBob Island? Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Shout out everybody up in here. We're going to expose it tonight because ain't nobody paying the fucking attention. And he got everybody spiritually dumbed down because he done put roots on everybody, like I was explaining last night. Everybody who has his music, everybody who listens to his music, who's been following him all these years know his music by heart. These are fucking spiritual curses. These are spiritual plagues. Little do you know, because he's in a dark spiritual realm. Okay? Now, let me break this shit down. Do that look like SpongeBob? Do that look like a picture of SpongeBob on that wall or not? Shout out to everybody in the chat. Let's continue to get everybody in here. This is right after the Epstein files, y'all. Right? He come out dark, looking all crazy, looking all weirded out like this, right? Let's not forget, y'all. This is his like first major public appearance. We ain't talking about on the sideline at the Super Bowl with his daughter. This is his like first major public appearance since he got accused of that shit. Right? Not only that, okay, we all know that he was tied to Diddy and everything that he got going on. All right, and he just somehow slithered right from underneath for everybody, right? And came out on top still, right? But somebody answer these questions, because we're here to make real life matters, make real life sense. We know Jay-Z and Beyonce is on them Epstein files, right? Right? Jay-Z know he's on them Epstein files, right? Right? And not only that, y'all pay attention. It was exactly, all right, 3 days before Jay-Z announced, okay, this concert at Yankee Stadium, that the real Jeffrey Epstein came out in Florida. And they talking about he's what? Palm Beach Pete. That's not Palm Beach Pete. That's the actual fucking Jeffrey Epstein. Pay attention, y'all. All right, it's all strategically connected in a dark way. You don't see, okay, the imagery on this wall. As you see, he has blood on the wall. He's laying on a couch / sofa, which basically is depicting blood on the floor, right? Not only that, okay, these 3 banners that y'all see on this wall here represents the 3 doors. Hit the like button, strategic drop. Y'all know that, right? Okay, we gonna come here today and spiritually chop the fucking heads off these motherfucking demons tonight. This is what we are here to do, and this is what the fuck I am all about. This is my shit right here. This is what I like to do. I already told everybody, bro, when I first came here, stepping and standing on real morals and traditional principles. Okay, I already told everybody we here to dissect these motherfucking demons and filter these bitches up out of here. All right, and I am an apostolic warrior for the Most High. And like I said, I ain't come here to shake nobody fucking hand. The Most High ain't send nobody on the front line to go to war, to fight these fucking demons, to talk nice and shake hands with these motherfuckers. All right? He send warriors to battle to cut the heads off these motherfuckers, no questions asked, because we already know what the fuck they about, right? Right. So with that being said, these doors represent, okay, the 3 doors. Remember, Noriega was talking about the 3 doors, y'all? Hit the like button, strategic drop. Remember, Noriega was talking about the 3 doors. Now let's get the views to match the lights and the lights to match the views. Shout out everybody up in here, because this is what it represents. And if you actually pay attention, y'all don't understand how these people communicate with symbolism. They communicate with imagery. They communicate with all kinds of spiritual, dark, demonic imagery and spiritual, dark, demonic presence. Ain't this what we seeing? Ain't this what you're seeing? Because the picture is worth 1,000 words. And if you ain't spiritually awakened, you won't understand what the fuck is going on. This is why every Jay-Z fan that bought them tickets is fucking confused. They quiet. They looking stupid than a motherfucker. Like, yo, I can't believe I just paid all this money and this nigga came out looking all weirded out like this. Every Jay-Z fan looking stupid than a motherfucker. But not only that, y'all pay attention to how everybody is quiet. You pay attention to how everybody is quiet about this situation. Wait a minute. Nicki Minaj, you ain't got nothing to say? You got so much to say about all that other shit that they get you to say and get you to what? Distract the people with. But when he come with that real spiritual shit, your mouth is closed, right, bitch? Right, because bitch, you know when to bow down, shut the fuck up, don't you? Yes, you do. And you got a nerve to be over there fucking with Trump, knowing goddamn well you claim that you going to war with Rocnation in the public, knowing that motherfucking Trump pardoned who? Who did Trump pardon under Rocnation that you claim that you beefing with at Rocnation with Jay-Z because she fucked with Jay-Z? Make it make sense. Shout out everybody up in here. Okay, but the imagery on the wall is depicted, okay, allegedly PDF vibes, allegedly the door you need to walk through to get to the level he's at. Pay attention. It's not the left door. It's not the door in the center. He's letting you know it's the door to your right. This is the SpongeBob door. We know SpongeBob has a different meaning and a different definition right now in the day of 2026. It already has been depicted with SpongeBob, the island, and Bikini Bottom, and why it was created. It's already been broke down. So why the fuck would Jay-Z come up here with an image of SpongeBob on the right door, knowing he just was on the Epstein files? And that's why SpongeBob was actually created, because of Epstein Island. Make it make sense. Strategic drop. Make it make sense. Because I'm trying to tell everybody, y'all, okay? All right, I ain't taking nothing away from the man Crab. He's one hell of a lyricist. Not only that, he's one hell of a motherfucking manipulator. He's good with words. We know if you are a manipulator, you have to be a master manipulator when it comes to wordplay. All right? And that's what the fuck he is. He know how to cast the spells upon the people that he oppress. You see what I'm saying? The same people that he been oppressing for years and been getting rich off of. It's a form of black exploitation, exploiting the black community, exploiting the culture. Understand where I'm going with this. Because tonight we're going to strategically fuck you up, Jay. You want to be God, right? You want to be whole, right? This is why you try to rewrite the Bible with your fucking lyrics and rewrite the scriptures, huh? Because you really think you above all, right? Do with art thy will, right? Well, we gonna see about that, y'all, and we gonna prove tonight how the people of Africa, all right, sold out. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. We gonna prove their ass wrong tonight. The people of Africa, and I ain't talking about the people that's in the villages. I ain't talking about the people that's carrying water jugs on their fucking head either. I ain't talking about those children. I ain't talking about them people. I'm talking about the alleged people in power over there. Sold out to these motherfuckers. All right, and they've been lying to everybody for decades about the funding that's supposed to be reaching these children, just like they did in Haiti with the earthquake, right? It's been going on for years. As a matter of fact, it's going on right here in our own goddamn country. Make it make sense, Jay-Z. How the fuck you going to fight for something that's going on in another country, nigga? You ain't even fighting for where the fuck you live at. And we gonna pull up everything that's going on in Marcy Projects and all that shit tonight. You fucking goofy. Now, shout out everybody that's coming up in here, man. I appreciate y'all. Like, share, subscribe. Okay? Always remember, fear the fire and fear the flame. All right? I appreciate y'all. We gonna get into this right now, and we gonna show everybody, all right, how the people of Africa, Jay-Z, and the people in power, okay, running game and oppressing us while they getting fucking rich. All right? Let's continue to break this shit all the way down, y'all. Strategically. Let's go.
August 9th, 2006. Today is the day I announced that I'm working with the UN to bring awareness to the world's water crisis.
Very nice to the UN. Welcome to the UN. You got a lot of fans.
One or two. I was honored to be there, and I'm honored to share the stage with someone as prestigious as Kofi Annan.
I'm good of you to do this. I'm very pleased to announce today a groundbreaking collaboration between the United Nations, Jay-Z, to raise awareness about the world's water crisis.
I chose water because it's the most basic of needs.
I'm very excited to go out, not only be a rock star in these countries, also to help.
You can notice staggering numbers of people who don't have access to clean water and then not do anything about it, then you just don't have a heart.
Very excited, very reflective of where we are right now.
October 9th, 2006.
You see the number, right? 2006. Pay attention as I strategically break this down. All right, the 2-6. What year is it now? As they waited 20 years later for him to come out, okay, trying to connect his roots back to Africa, right? But pay attention, y'all, okay? Remember these towns he going to. Remember these names in these villages. All right, Angola, Congo, all that. Let's continue, y'all, okay? Because we're going to do this for the people in Africa, and we're going to expose what's really going on and what they really don't want people to know. And this is why they are shadow banning a lot of videos coming from Africa right now as we speak, because people are in an uproar of how the people in power have been allowing Jay-Z to take advantage of their culture for his benefit. Let's go.
You gotta move this car, you're gonna shake it over.
You got a lot of fans there.
Rwanda is a place where access to clean water is a real problem for tens of thousands of people. I had a day off from my tour, and it was a chance to see things firsthand.
This place we're going to is called Rangel.
I'm not an expert on this thing. I got my homeboy, Abranaba, go walking me through the whole thing.
It's a mixed neighborhood. You've got some solid houses, and then there are a lot of shanties.
It's my first experience with seeing people that don't have access to clean water.
First thing they say, give us water. That's the first thing that you need, you know, when you're starting your day. Forget everything else.
That's right.
I mean, you can live without food for a while. You can't live without water.
Right. I wanted to go through the towns, and I wanted to touch people, and I wanted to learn and ask about the culture. Hey, how you doing? Home Diva? I met a young lady named Bella. She took me to her home.
Bella lives with 5 other family members in a 1.5 room shack. There's no running water in it. This is just a microcosm of what's happening throughout the world.
Show me around.
This is the bedroom. There's no garden. There's nothing. And the bed is with 3 people on the floor, 3 people.
3 people on the bed and 3 on the floor?
Yeah.
See this shit, right?
6 people that live in this place. It has to be no bigger than the size of a jail cell. There's no shower, there's no sinks.
All this was a publicity stunt. All this was for motherfucking what? Okay? To push his Rocnation brand. It's all was bullshit, and we gonna prove it tonight. Let's go. Because where he at? The place where? Angola, right? Check it out. Right now, to this day, they still have lack of clean water. You see this, right? And it increases. You see this, right? Many areas lack infrastructure, forcing communities to rely on long journeys for water collection. This is the reason why Jay-Z claimed he was over there. Let's continue.
There's no toilets.
Where do you use the bathroom?
Strategic drop.
Temos tomado banho, às vezes também bebemos na piscina. They asked the neighbor to use the toilet.
You have to think about the shame and having to go knock on your neighbor's door just to simply use the bathroom.
And sometimes when it's too bad and there's nobody home, they bath just here in the yard.
I want to show you something different. This is the courtyard of the house. They'll fill a bucket like this and just stay here, right out in the open. I mean, it's not just a lack of water, sanitation. It's a loss of dignity. It's a basic human right.
Right. Yeah. That's incredible. She actually explained her typical day.
Usually she wakes up really early, 6 o'clock she has to wake up. Then she has to go fetch water until 10 o'clock. And then at 11 she has
So from 6 to 10 o'clock, she's getting
water. So around 11 she's getting ready to go to school.
How much water each trip? You have the bucket?
Here we go. See the buckets, right, y'all? Okay. So this is what he claimed he was about to change. Okay, this is the Water for Life campaign. Remember that now.
So this is what it goes like.
You have to get two of them?
Yeah.
It goes once, comes back, fills the drum again. In an ideal world, we need at least 20 liters of water per person every day, just for drinking and basic hygiene. A jerry can like that holds a total of 20 liters.
Right.
She has about 5 or 6 family members staying in the shanty. She can make about 2 trips a day. So you can imagine how little they have.
So many people are going through the same thing that is normal. These living conditions shouldn't be normal for anyone. Can you take me to get the water? Asked Bella to take me down where she gets water from, just to see the things that she goes to on a daily basis.
I couldn't believe what people had to go through just to get water.
You hear that, right? He said he can't believe what the people had to go through to get this water. Right? And it is 20 years later, y'all. Okay? And these people are still over there suffering. Still ain't got no water. But I'm trying to tell y'all what the plan was all about. Okay? It was a deal for a deal. Okay? I use my culture to push awareness, to bring in funding. Pay attention. I use my culture and I use my branding and my following to bring awareness to your village, and I show what's going on and what's needed and what type of awareness that we can raise to get some donations and funding for these wells. As long as you allow me to get my foot in the door, me and Beyonce to sell out all these concerts in Africa. You see, y'all have to remember, this is when all this shit started to mold and come together. It wasn't until after he went over there to Africa with the Water for Life scandal bullshit is when they allow him and Beyonce to be natives in Africa, to be natives, to sell out, okay, these arenas and these stadiums in Africa. All right, and if y'all do y'all strategic research, y'all will actually see that. Y'all will know that. Okay? So allegedly, Okay, this is how he got his foot rooted in the door. But with that being said, man, let's continue. Shout out the whole Fire Flame Nation, man. I appreciate y'all. Let's go.
October 13th, 2006.
October. He went from August to October. Pay attention. We know August. First it was August. Okay? We know about the infinity link and how much goes on in August. Then he goes from August to October. All right? And we know what October is all about, right? Okay, especially for these demon witches and warlocks. Okay? Especially when they're being ushered in and being brought in by the darkness with this dark spiritual enlightenment. Y'all have to understand how this shit go. It's seasons for this shit. All right? It's seasons for different warlock and witches to take place in these alleged ritualistic rituals. Okay? Let's continue. Strategic drop. Look where they at. Let's go.
Looks good.
We're going to see a very isolated rural community, and supplying water to them is always difficult.
In this place, the houses are pretty far spread, so it's more difficult and more costly to lay pipes all around in these towns.
That's the place we're going to meet Ilobo.
They are.
That's the school up there.
We visited school to see how kids can have access to clean water.
Welcome to our school, people of primary.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
You also.
And
How old are you? 12 years old?
How did you get water before? Can you show me? They grabbed their buckets and took us on this trek. You guys would have to leave from the school with that bucket, and then you go. How far you think it is?
Too far.
Too far?
You kids got to leave all the way from that school with that bucket, right? This was 20 years ago. And we hear him claiming, okay, that he's going to raise millions and millions of dollars, right? And he's a fucking billionaire now, him and his wife, right? Okay, this is 20 years ago, claiming he's going to raise millions of dollars to make sure these fucking villages and these children get water and it get wells built out there, right? But check this out, okay? As I strategically break this down, okay? The water shortages and health hazards are at an all-time high, okay? Higher than they ever been. How is this possible, Jay-Z, when you are a billionaire now and you are incorporated with all these other corporations? You align with the UN and United Nations, and y'all got all this funding coming in from all these different branches and all these different entities, and these people over there still lack clean water, y'all. Hit the like button. Strategic drop. Okay? Easy work. As it says, many areas lack infrastructure, forcing communities to rely on long journeys for water collection. Okay? So where is all of the funding going to? Where's all these millions and millions and millions of dollars that have been generated, y'all, just like they've been robbing us for to feed the kids, okay, for years, right? Hit the like button. How many of y'all done got robbed and scammed, okay? With feed the kids, they hungry. You see, it's the same motherfucking program It's just a different approach. Y'all have to understand they've been doing this shit for years. They've been doing this shit for decades. You remember the Feed the World shit? All the kids hungry commercials? Y'all remember that, right? Right? So out of all the millions of dollars everybody donated, why them kids still eating rice? The cheapest goddamn thing that you can buy. The shit that you could go to a nearest soup kitchen, food pantry, and get pounds of that shit for free. Why are they still eating rice? The same shit that they were eating before Jay-Z went over there, before Oprah went over there. Jay-Z is not the only one that did this, y'all. This has been being done by many black, okay, high-profile individuals for many years. Allegedly, they've been using them, okay, to exploit the culture for their benefit. You have to understand that when these people have a certain influence and they know their influence is going to follow them, okay, then they use them and their influence for the benefit. And this is exactly what Rocnation has been doing, Jay-Z been doing. And check this out, y'all. We're going to fuck them up early. Because like I said, get the likes up because they shadow banning this information. They've been shadow banning a lot of Jay-Z information when it comes to breaking down, okay, him and this connection to over there in Africa. And like I've been telling everybody when I first started this show, it's a lot of African people in the villages that are up in an uproar, y'all. They're trying to get videos out to let people know everything is not what y'all seeing. And the people in the villages are confused. Why? Okay, the people in power in Africa is allowing Jay-Z to use their culture and exploit them. And they're not getting nothing out of it. He's the only one benefiting from it. And not only that, he's bringing in all his partners. He's bringing in all of his partners, y'all. And I know y'all like, what you mean? He's bringing in all of his partners. That's right. Ain't this what the devil do? Don't the devil keep collecting souls, deceiving, hitting you with shit that look like it's good, like a pot of gold, and the whole time it's a dark pit of deception? Absolutely. Absolutely. So, if y'all thought the things that I have been breaking down tonight is shocking, y'all ain't seen anything yet. Check this out, y'all. Hit the like button, drop y'all fire TVs in the chat. We are hot tonight.
Building billion-dollar opportunities faster than anyone realizes. Cape Town is pulling in luxury tourists like it's the red carpet of the Southern Hemisphere. Oceanfront villas, world-class wineries, luxury safaris, and Instagrammable sunsets that make the French Riviera look like a backyard pool. Johannesburg, that city alone is home to over 17,000 millionaires, more than many US cities. Durban is transforming into a cultural and tech hotspot, combining beaches, business, and nightlife in a way that's straight up irresistible. And while the world debates whether Africa is safe or real, smart celebrities are spotting the obvious. This isn't just a country. This is a launchpad for influence, wealth, and culture that no one saw coming.
Influence, wealth, and culture that nobody saw coming. Just like nobody seen this goofy motherfucker coming out with this shit, right? Well, let's go a little deeper. Let's go.
And let's be real, this is not some casual, let's invest in property moment. This is a once-in-a-generation convergence of opportunity. Luxury real estate is booming. Tourism is exploding. Entertainment and media industries are catching fire. And African consumer markets, they're growing faster than the US in almost every sector. Fashion, beauty, wellness, nightlife, you name it. The numbers alone should make any mogul sit up and say, okay, I see you, South Africa. Imagine Jay-Z stepping into this scene.
Let's go.
He doesn't just see oceanfront condos. He sees a full-blown empire. Rocnation headquarters in Johannesburg, luxury nightlife venues, sports academies feeding the next generation of African athletes, and media studios producing films, music, and content that influence the globe. One Jay-Z branded skyscraper here, and the city suddenly becomes the entertainment capital of Africa. And Rihanna, oh Rihanna, this is her playground. South Africa is already the beauty and wellness hub of the continent. Luxury skincare, high-end makeup, hair care, the demand is insane. Fenty Beauty could open its first flagship African store, selling out within hours, attracting tourists.
This what y'all don't know. This is what this shit is all about, y'all. This is what y'all don't know. It's deeper than what y'all thought. I told y'all I was going to strategically fuck y'all up.
Influencers, and media coverage from all over
Hit the
the
like
world.
button, y'all.
But it doesn't
Hit the like button. Let's go. Hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button. Let's go. Let's get this informative information out. Okay, because a lot of people don't know what's going on, man. They still spiritually not in tune. And not only that, man, they still being manipulated by deception.
stop there. Fenty skin spas, wellness retreats, hair care manufacturing hubs. She could literally dominate the market, create thousands of jobs, and define the next era of global beauty, all while strengthening her cultural connection to Africa. Rick Ross, he doesn't just bring wings
All
and
of them
champagne.
coming.
He
All
brings
of
a
them.
lifestyle brand built on unapologetic luxury, parties, and music.
All of them.
South Africa's fast food market is already worth billions, and with American brands doing extremely well, a Rick Ross-backed Wingstop or Bel Air pop-up would sell like wildfire. Add rooftop parties, festival takeovers, and nightlife events branded with his name, and you're talking about tens of millions.
Yo, let's get the likes up, y'all. All right? We got over 115 plus in here. Respectfully, it ain't much, but it's enough. If we can get the likes up, we can like this. I'm dropping strategic information that y'all ain't getting on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, nowhere else. Y'all can't go nowhere and get, we don't break it down what's really going on, okay, with this Jay-Z situation. Nowhere, ain't nobody breaking this shit down like I am. We going all the way to the source. We going all the way to the source. I'm bringing it to the light because everybody is quiet. They shook. They scared to speak on it. The ones that should be speaking on it should have been speaking on it before I even came here, even talking about this. But these the ones that we depend on, though, right? These the ones that influence us, right? These the ones that we look up to, right? Wrong. 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 Let's get the likes up to 100. Respectfully, everybody up in here, man. Let's go. I got the content that y'all need. Have not came out with the fire straight from the fucking gate. And I explain to y'all that he telling y'all and he's showing y'all and he depicting to everybody like, yeah, so what? I was on Epstein Island. So what? And watch me sell out these tickets to all you dumb motherfuckers that's on the internet criticizing me. And y'all still gonna buy my tickets. Y'all still gonna come to my show. Y'all still gonna sing my shit. What? What? This what he's telling everybody. And do not look like SpongeBob up there or not? Is that SpongeBob on that wall? on that black door? Is it or is it not? Drop a one in the chat. Shout out everybody up in here. Let's get the views to match the likes and the likes to match the views. I ain't even start cooking this motherfucker yet. We ain't even start cooking them yet. It's time for him to be cooked. It's time. It's time. All right, he done sent enough of our people to jail. He done sent enough of our people to fucking prison and to the graveyards. And the people in Marcy Projects still fucked up. But you claim that you going to a whole nother country and a whole nother continent trying to make change? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. And the people of Marcy, everybody should be rallying up on this motherfucker. He's a fraudulent. Fuck the music. 95% of the people that listen to Jay-Z and know his fucking music, everybody is normal motherfuckers. Ain't nobody sitting on no empires. They normal New York motherfuckers, still living in the projects, still riding around here copping packs, hoping that the dope boy dream will live out and they'll be able to transition to a Brooklyn Nets owner. The fuck out of here. 95% of the Jay-Z following is some regular New Yorkers, some regular Americans. Not nobody sitting up in no offices. Who you inspired to be in the office, motherfucker? Let me know. How many of you motherfuckers bought a Jay-Z album is sitting up in the corporate office? Let me know. Let me know. How many have he inspired you? Have he inspired you to be a corporate boss? Or have he inspired you to be a fucking street failure? Okay? It's more people in prison and in the fucking graveyard from his music than it is in people in corporate offices. But ain't nobody talking about that. So, evidently, the shit you talking about is bullshit, bro. It's all cat. It's a facade. It's fake. The streets is a myth. It's all cat, nigga. I used to be a follower of you. I used to have all your albums. I know all your tracks. I pray against that shit now. Because I know that shit ain't do nothing but keep me subjected to my fucking environment that I was born a product in. And when everybody else pull that fucking veil over their eyes, they'll be able to recognize it too. He haven't influenced anybody to be a corporate boss in no type of way. How? Is he giving out the blueprint? He say the blueprint, right? He gave us the blueprint to any fucking thing. And I ain't here to try to run nobody off. This is my passion. This is what the fuck I do. And I'm here to stomp, step, and stand on real morals and traditional principles. This man literally come up in our face, y'all, with the SpongeBob on the wall. With the SpongeBob on the wall. Do I need to zoom up on it? You don't need to. Everybody see the box. Everybody see them big eyes. Everybody know that SpongeBob on that wall, bro. Everybody knows SpongeBob was what created because of Epstein Island, right? And nobody's paying attention. right before this interview dropped, y'all. Right before the interview dropped. A couple of days before them tickets went on sale at Yankee Stadium. The real Jeffrey Epstein came out. The real Jeffrey Epstein came out. And they talk about he Palm Beach Pete. Ain't no Palm Beach Pete, my ass. Okay? Like I told everybody last night, Jay-Z is a fucking Trojan horse. You know what a Trojan horse is? Do you know what a Trojan horse was used for? If y'all know, y'all know. Jay-Z is a fucking Trojan horse. Okay? That was put in place to snake and oppress his own fucking people. Okay? Check this out. Okay, as I start to strategically set fire and flame. Okay? Read it. Read it. Or should I read it for you? Okay? Okay? Y'all see this, right? And ain't he aligned with the Congo masters and all them? Right? You see? But pay attention how they're using him and what he's used for and what he's been used for and why he's been put in the culture. And this is exactly why he didn't drop the GQ interview before the tickets went on sale, because nobody wouldn't have bought him. He described himself as a Trojan horse. You see that, right? Made sure all the tickets were sold out. Then he came out and snaked y'all and said, "Bow, I got you." What y'all thought y'all was going to see the Jay-Z pop out with the fitted hats, the Jesus pieces, pants hanging off his ass with the Timberland boots? Huh? The Jay-Z that we so used to, the Jay-Z that we fuck with, real tough, so automatically, all right, he ain't been on tour in a while. Once his tickets go on sale, of course everybody gonna go grab him, right? But when he come out looking like this, people like, oh, hold up. I got you. I got you. As it says, okay? The speaker, the metaphor. The speaker suggests that from a strict historical African perspective, Jay-Z acts as an Armani Congo. Pay attention, because he ain't really from there. His roots ain't from there. He ain't from there. It's cat. Not only is it cat, like I said, y'all, he's trying to manipulate us into the bullshit as well. Pay attention. Jay-Z acts as an Armani Congo, implying he is a figure who, while wearing the luxury of Western success Armani, turns a blind eye to the collective needs of his original community. What's going on in Marcy right now? The criticism, it says, the explanation argues that Jay-Z business dealings, specifically mentioning his Brooklyn Nets deal, are seen by critics as what? Prioritizing the growth of his own wealth. Pockets getting bigger over the empowerment of his own people. Strategic drop. Strategic drop. He the only one in the corporate office. Like I said, how many motherfucking people that know a Jay-Z track are gonna put every single last one of Jay-Z albums and know all his songs? It's a corporate boss. I can name how many in the graveyard. I can name how many in prison. I can name how many running around here still chasing that dream that he talking about from Norfolk to Virginia. Right? The Trojan horse concept. The analyst positions him as a figure who, while appearing as a triumphant figure from the community, ultimately operates within and benefits from the systems that historically exploited it. Y'all better wake up. This is strategic fire lesson 101. And like I said, and I've been saying it all week, we at spiritual warfare. Things that we thought were no harm to us at all. Okay? All right? It's the most darkest spiritual shit that we ever could have came in contact with. Let me say it again. The most innocent things that we indulged in or we thought that was innocent is some of the most darkest shit that you can imagine. But if you ain't spiritually woke, you won't recognize the discernment if it smack you in your motherfucking face. Paid to take his own people down. That's exactly what he's doing. That's exactly what he's doing. All right? And y'all, we just knocking on the fucking door. We about to kick that bitch in. We just knocking. We gonna kick this motherfucker in tonight. Cause he full of shit. And he been full of shit. This man been playing in our face all these years and still playing in our face. Fuck he think we is, y'all. Some goofies. Now, as I strategically break this down, y'all know Yankee Stadium, right? Watch this shit. Watch I fuck all y'all up. Hit the like button. If y'all ain't hit the like button yet, watch this. Watch this. Watch this one, y'all. Watch this. I'm gonna earn my shit. I just don't pop my shit. I earn my shit. I worked hard day and night before I come here and release my information. I know ain't nobody got what I got, especially if they ain't spiritually woke. Now check this shit out. Everybody think Yankee Stadium, and trust me, y'all gonna get used to this energy. The more y'all come here, the more y'all gonna love it. And y'all gonna feel the authenticity. Y'all gonna feel the energy coming through your devices when I start breaking this shit down. Everybody think the Yankee Stadium, y'all. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. This show over here, we something different. Watch this shit. Everybody think Yankee Stadium, right, is the first show that he announced as I strategically fuck y'all up. Yankee Stadium was not the first show. Everybody think, oh, Yankee Stadium, Jay-Z. No. It wasn't this concert. It wasn't this one. This is not his return. Everybody thinks the Yankee Stadium is the return of Jay-Z. The 3-night shit. Celebrating Reasonable Doubt, The Blueprint, okay? And the third night with the extra innings, as we see the Masonic one-eye symbolism, okay? As I strategically break this down, right? Okay? His first actual show and concert was not Yankee Stadium, and it is not going to be Yankee Stadium. You know what it's going to be? Hit the like button. Strategic drop. Jay-Z and the Roots. The Voodoo. The Roots. The Roots. The Roots. Jay-Z and the Roots. For the ones who don't know, understand how they communicate through words, through imagery. Understand how they communicate through symbolism. Jay-Z and the Roots, and look at the 2 dots over the Y and the J representing the Baphomet. Pay attention. They got the dots right over the I, right over top of them Baphomet horns. Y'all do know the letter Y is the Baphomet, right? Right? May 30th. Jay-Z and the Roots. And out of all concerts, out of everything, you see what I'm saying? As long as Jay-Z been gone, why would he make his first comeback to be with the Roots and make sure it's the Roots first before the Yankee Stadium shit? Okay? All right? Because he really fucking around with the Roots. He really fucking around with that dark witchcraft. Just like him and his wife. Okay? Now everybody see the Congo mask, right? Check this out. And we all know, okay, as we do our research, this is the female Congo mask. Okay? They got other names for it, but they're claiming the reason why he has this mask on, y'all, and he's standing behind the mask showing his one eye, is because he's claiming that he stands behind a woman, okay, with significance and spiritual power. And everybody think it's Beyonce. As we also know, Beyonce is an alleged top witch in the game. Okay, so everybody believes, and even some of the people in Africa or in Congo, because for some strange reason, their videos been getting out, but the people in the villages videos ain't been getting out. You see what I'm saying? So I feel as though the videos that's getting out is them actually, you know what I mean, deceiving the people with deception. All right, because what I found out was he's not actually standing behind this female Congo mask as a representation of standing behind his woman because she have a significant power and significant spiritual presence. It's not because of Beyonce, y'all. Okay? The real reason why, as I strategically break this down, right? Check this out. This is what it's all about. Right here. Okay? Check this out. Erykah Badu. Hit the like button. The industry most powerful fucking witch. Let's go. Strategic drop. That's where her roots is actually from. Over there where he at. Over there with the shit that he's trying to connect into and tap into. You see, he got to stand behind her. Hit the like button. Strategic drop. When I tell y'all this shit is spiritual warfare, this is spiritual warfare on a level that y'all motherfuckers won't even imagine. We already know that bitch Erykah Badu, what the fuck she got going on in her house, how she fucking eating them fucking babies, placentas, and every motherfucking thing. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. All right, Erykah Badu house is a motherfucking major trafficking and labor fucking hub. All right? For the ones who don't know, let's just keep it all the way funky. They know what's going on down there in fucking Dallas. Stop playing. They know what's going on at Erykah Badu shit. Right? Right? And how her fucking house is used as a major alleged trafficking and labor hub. All right? A lot of women go there to have their babies at Erykah Badu house. All right? To sacrifice, sell they fucking babies off to them. This is real shit. This is real shit. Okay, people in the industry, people, listen here, athletes, alleged actors, athletes, entertainers, singers, you name it. All right, their kids, their cousins, their sisters. Okay, if they don't want these babies, they'll take these babies to Erykah Badu house. Erykah Badu will deliver these babies. Okay, they pay people. They pay people for, all right, they placentas. They pay people for people to have Erykah Badu, okay, deliver these children. All right, and like I said, we done seen this shit in the Epstein files, right? 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 Everything is documented what's going on with Erykah Badu and how she is a top witch, a top ranking witch. All right? And this is why D'Angelo and who else was taken out? Angie fucking Stone, right? Right? And right after D'Angelo got taken out, Erykah Badu put all that demonic symbolism on her page, right? She even was depicting and telling everybody before they even announced the death of D'Angelo that D'Angelo was going to fucking die in the day that he was going to die. Okay, and then the day she died, she put this shit up on her page talking about, yeah, it's a rebirth. It's a rebirth. It's a rebirth. That's who they got to spiritually attack Angie Stone. Because I explained to everybody that they all went over there, all right, tapping into that dark shit. And this is how Angie Stone knew that she was getting spiritually fucking attacked. Okay, because when she came into deliverance, this is when she started exposing everybody, and they had to take her ass out because ain't no telling what she was going to say next. Because I explained to everybody what was going on with the Soul Aquarians, what's going on at Electric Lady Studios, and that what neo soul genre, and how it was a whole bunch of sex plagues and everything going on within all those artists within that group, and they all were studying black magic, dark shit, and everything. They were all tapping into it. They were all tapping into it. Why you think Music Soul Child is fucked up and he ain't never come back to his fucking senses? Why you think D'Angelo was fucked up and he ain't never come back to his fucking senses? And so many others. Okay, so with Jay-Z announcing his first sellout show, it's not actually Yankee Stadium, y'all. It was Jay-Z and the Roots. And the reason why it was Jay-Z and the Roots, because he literally, not only is he a part of that darkness, but he literally used his roots and put it on everybody, okay, that listens to his music, bought his albums, know his songs word for word, and all that shit. Because, like I said, if he would have did this interview and released these images before he said those tickets was going on sale, nobody wouldn't have bought them. Nobody wouldn't have bought them. But once they heard, oh yeah, Jay-Z coming back, Jay-Z coming back, yeah, everybody went to go buy the tickets. Then when they sold out, he come out with this weird shit, right? That's what you call a Trojan horse. I got you niggas. Okay? I got you niggas. I spiritually, okay, put a curse on y'all. And let me warn you, motherfuckers, yo, all y'all better stay prayed up when y'all walk in Yankee Stadium. Everybody better stay prayed up. All right? Because they showing you on the imagery what the shit is about. Look at the imagery they putting on the fucking flyer. Look at the imagery they putting on the promo. Look how the diamond and the one-eye symbolism and the duality right between the Baphomet. Why, y'all? Pay attention. Look at it. Yankee Stadium is already spiritually cursed. And they already harvesting the energy. Already. Sort of like they did with the Travis Scott shit. All right? And like I said, he want to make sure this shit take place. He ain't coming to play. 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 And he going to make sure he go see the top witch first. He ain't coming to play. And I ain't talking about Beyonce either. Okay? Jay-Z and the Roots. We ain't playing. Shout out the whole Fire Flame Nation, man. Like, share, subscribe. Always remember, fear the fire and fear the flames. Let's continue exposing, all right, the scandal out there, all right, in South Africa, y'all. Let's go.
Looks good.
We're going to see a very isolated rural community, and supplying water to them is always difficult.
In this place, the houses are pretty far spread, so it's more difficult and more costly to lay pipes all around in these towns.
That's the place we're going to meet in Lobo.
They are.
That's the school up there.
We visited school to see how kids can have access to clean water.
Welcome to our school, primary.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
You also.
And
How old are you? 12 years old?
How did you used to get water before? Can you show me? They grabbed their buckets and took us on this trek. You guys would have to leave from the school with that bucket, and then you go. How far you think it is?
Too far.
Too far?
How long does it take you to get water?
She has the right answers. Too far and it's too long.
There's no running water in the school, but it means a lot more for these school kids. Because their houses are so far apart, it means getting water for each one of them is a more arduous task.
this is not an easy thing. We're walking down the hill. I can imagine walking up. The terrain is difficult. You have to go down these steep mountains to go get the water. Wow. These huge drops off the side of the road, and miss one step, you hurt yourself pretty significant. They're looking back at us like sissies. Oh, wow.
The whole community has to get water from here.
You see where they're drinking from. They got to share that with the livestock, with cattle, with goat, with everything. There's a very narrow walkway. Realize how real it is and the physical effort that it takes for me to just walk up this hill without a bucket. That was real. It's unbelievable that someone so young could be doing that every single day.
Who are very helpful.
Yo, when the last time we seen Jay-Z back over there in them villages with them kids talking about the water for life, y'all? Hit the like button. When the last time we even heard Jay-Z mention water for life? What happened? What happened? When the last time, y'all? When the last time we ever heard or seen Jay-Z over there? Okay? Only time he over there is to what? Sell out tickets and perform, right? Right? Strategic drop. Ever since he did this water for life shit, all right? The only time he's over there is to do business endeavors. Okay, it's not to make awareness. It's not to go out there with the people in the villages. It's not to really go out there to see what them kids need and really be hands-on. This is all for promo. This is all for promotion. This is all for him to get in good with the people on the back end. That's it, and that's all. He was being used as a puppet to go over there because he has the influence over here where he what? Exploit his own people. So he takes his exploitation following to Africa with him, which is us, the people who buy his music, the people that know his rhymes, right? Right. But how? As I strategically make a real life goofy out this bitch, okay? How can you go over to another continent, right? As I strategically break this down, right? How can you go over to another continent and claim you about to make change, right? When you ain't been making no goddamn change in your own check this shit out, y'all. As I strategically fuck y'all up, right? All right. Check this out. Okay? We gonna get all into this shit, and we gonna show everybody that Jay-Z is a fraud and he's a fucking lie, and he's been lying to the people of Brooklyn forever. All right, and the people in Brooklyn is still oppressed. They still fucked up. They still in need. They still living like hoodlums. Ain't nothing changing the community but his wealth. But his wealth. Just like in Africa, nothing has changed over there, right? So as of late June 2025, a 30-year-old man was fatally shot at 541 Marcy Avenue in the Bedford-Stuyvesant Marcy house. Police reported the suspect fled on foot. According to this YouTube video, while Pacific day-to-day conditions change, $1.85 million in federal funding was recently secured for fire alarm upgrades. You see this, right? For NYCHA development. No current heating/hot water outages were listed for the site as of March 28, 2026, right? Check this out. Now, like I said, when you go searching for shit, you got to watch how Google and AI will actually bring it to you. Because like I said, Google and AI has been programmed to lie, to edit, to distort the actual fucking truth. And this is why they try to get rid of all physical copies of everything so they can edit and alter everything. This is why they try to get rid of the physical books. You see what I'm saying? So they can edit and alter everything. You see what I'm saying? Right here, this is a lie. Okay? Because check this out. The current bad, fucked up conditions that's in the Marcy housing projects in Brooklyn. Okay? Check it out. Okay? That's how you got to talk to Google. That's how you got to talk to these motherfuckers. Okay? You see when I talk to them like this, you see how I get the proper fucking answer? You see the difference, right? Right? Check this out. Y'all see what I just asked them over here in the way that I asked them, right? Current conditions at Marcy Projects, Brooklyn. Nah, fuck that. I ain't here to shake your hand, bitch. I'm here to fucking stamp and stomp and step on fucking business. What's the current bad, fucked up conditions in that Marcy housing projects in Brooklyn? Bitch, tell me the truth, right? Conditions at Marcy houses. We're going to get the truth right now. Okay, in Bedford-Stuyvesant, Brooklyn are defined by severe, long-term neglect. You see this, right? You see this, right? You see this, right? Featuring what type of apartments? Broken heating, rampant mold, pest infections, and broken elevators. Residents face deep poverty, limited resources, and security issues in an environment that requires constant survival efforts. Strategic drop. Strategic drop. Shout out everybody up in here. Okay? But if you let these motherfuckers tell you, okay, ain't been no current heating, hot water outages were listed for the site as of March 28, 2026. They a motherfucking lie. People complaining every motherfucking day in that bitch. Every day. Every other day, Marcy projects or NYCHA projects, okay, as a whole, out of all 5 boroughs. All right, it's always some shit going on internally. And I ain't talking about what's going on, okay, on the outside either, with all the drugs, the shooting, the gangs, the prostitution, the killing. Okay, besides that, okay, the residents and the people of these communities, okay, they had to survive those conditions just to get inside of their house to safety. That's supposed to be a safe haven, but they ain't even got no goddamn heat. They ain't even got no goddamn hot water. They got rats, roaches, mice, mold, rodents, every fucking where. Okay? So imagine working a hard 9 to 5. Some people work 2-3 jobs in these projects, man. And you have to overcome and bypass all of this shit that's going on the outside and all the dangers and all the survival levels and mechanisms that you have to subject to just to make it to safety inside of your house. And just to get through all of that, to get inside your house, no heat, no water, rats, roaches, mold, broken elevators, and I live on the 20th floor. And besides that, no fucking security. Make it make sense. Jay-Z, what have you inspired, my nigga? Nothing. You want to be the king of New York? Right? You want to be the king of New York, right? Well, bitch, if you're going to wear the crown, make sure you wear it properly. Because, nigga, that shit looking crooked than a bitch. We all know your crown been crooked. So, like I said, man, it's all a lie. He's been lying to the people of Marcy. You see how he used the people of Marcy and the influence and the community when he brought Oprah out there? You see that? Remember, he lied to everybody, and everybody in the media, everybody had him thinking that he had a major stock in the Nets, like he was a real legitimate owner. The motherfucker only got 0.0000.1 fucking percent. Bruh, you down at the bottom, but you was pushing black capitalism though. We talking about Jay-Z that was pushing black capitalism. What he say on one of his songs, I'll be damned if I work a 9 to 5, right? But that wasn't nothing but to get the people in Brooklyn to back these other major businesses and corporations and endeavors to come and put their footprint in the middle of Brooklyn. And it worked. And it worked. And it worked. And I'm about to display it right now. Everybody drop y'all fire TVs in the chat. We coming with nothing but flames here tonight, man. I appreciate y'all. Let's go. Hold on. Shout out everybody that's coming up in here, man. I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all share this on all platforms, man. Let's get the information out on this here. I believe this is it.
Here.
Okay.
Team professional career would touch me. I have no regrets with my involvement with Rockaware, Team Rock, and the relationships I've formed. But those things had to die off because I choose a different path. He chose the darkness and Satan. I chose light in Yahuwah. So let's get into this interview, which I thought was hilarious. Right off bat, they told you exactly who he is. People are trying to break down why he had this Congolese mask and how it meant for the struggle or how it meant for the culture. They don't care about who they are as far as their identity. They're never going to tell you who they truly are or who we truly are. But they know, and they chose a side to be subjugated. He got his hands in the pyramid here. He got his hands in the pyramid here for the photo shoot. His thumbs in the pyramid here for the photo shoot. And of course, you see the Eye of Horus or the Eye of Ra, which is the one-eye symbolism that is all connected to Freemasonry or Prince Hall Freemasonry. As you can see here, it's all esoteric knowledge. They go from black and then they go from white in one 35-minute video. The interview is wearing a black hat with a white background. Then he wears a white hat and the black background, just like the floor in York Rite, Scottish Rite, and Prince Hall Freemason lodges, is the checkerboard flag. So the very first part of the interview, he wanted to jump into what happened to him as being accused of raping a young woman. He didn't really go into it because the interviewer was selected for a particular reason, and he wasn't going to give him any hard questions where he couldn't handle it. But all you have to see is what he's been propagating throughout his career. I mean, no one is out here really wearing "Do What Thou Wilt," which was a quote by Aleister Crowley. If you know anything about Aleister Crowley, he was a high-level Freemason who believed in sex magic. He meant drugging young children so they could achieve spiritual enlightenment. In theory and practice, in the Book of Magic, he even admits.
You hear that? What he say? Drugging what? Children for dark spiritual enlightenment. And right after the Epstein files and all that weird shit, Jay-Z comes with the imagery with SpongeBob on the wall. With SpongeBob on the wall. As y'all can see, what's coming from his body? Because he's not smoking anything. Why does it look like a spiritual presence is rising up above his body? Pay attention, y'all, as I strategically illustrate what the fuck is really going on here. Why? Because you're not smoking. You don't have a cigar in your hand. Okay, so why is it like a spiritual, okay, paranormal presence rising above you, my nigga? Because you're dark and you're spiritually, okay, in tune with that darkness, right? And you with the SpongeBob shit, you with the PDF shit, the same way like you ran train and they allow you to do what you did to Foxy Brown and Aaliyah and Beyonce. You're going to allow them motherfuckers to do the same thing to who? Blue, right? Hit the like button. Y'all know how that's go, right? Y'all know that's how that go, right? Same way like Kanye got allowed them to do that to who? Northwest, right? Y'all got to pay attention how this shit is strategically aligned with darkness. All right, the same way they gave him the pass to do what he wanted to do to Aaliyah, Beyonce, Foxy Brown, and God knows how many other people, because that's the reason why he actually wanted to go on a tour with R. Kelly, because R. Kelly had to hook up with all them young girls, as I strategically really break this down and make real life matters, make real life sense. All right? Okay, because if you knew that R. Kelly was involved with all these girls, what you trying to go on tour with them for? Not one time, 2 times. Make it make sense. Not one time, 2 times, right? Right. But not only that, y'all, like I said, same way they allow him to do that to Aaliyah, Beyonce, Foxy Brown, and all the other young females that we don't know about, he's going to allow them to do the same shit to his daughter. He's going to allow them to do the same shit to Blue Ivy. Okay? Blue Ivy is born into that shit just like Will Smith's son and his daughter is born into that shit. They're born, they aligned, they already in allegiance. They go to a different type of school than we went to. When they go to these schools teach them this shit. Y'all know this, right? They being taught darkness, all right, since elementary. They not learning ABCs and 1, 2, 3s. Little do y'all know, okay? They not learning the same shit that we learning in public schools, okay? No. They are being enlightened with darkness. And this is why when they grow up, you see darkness. You see Northwest, Kanye's daughter, darkness. The more Blue Ivy gets older, the more darker and evil presence she has. Respectfully. I don't care what nobody say. Okay? They claim that girl not having sex. They claim that girl not being touched. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. Okay? 1 minute, that girl wasn't even in puberty. Respectfully. No weird man shit. Next minute, you know, she pop out. Okay? Man, she fully developed. The fuck going on? Huh? Who the fuck messing around with that little ass girl and Jay-Z? Who you allowing to do it? Huh? Because I guarantee you, if the people come knocking at your motherfucking door, bitch, we want your daughter, what you gonna do? You gonna give it to him, right? 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 Right. Because for the ones who don't know, all right, allegedly, Blue Ivy and the twins, all right, let me shut up. Hit the like button, man. Drop your fire TVs in the chat, man. It's getting hot in here, bro. It's getting hot in here. And I ain't doing nothing but dropping gems, and I ain't doing nothing but dropping the truth. All right. And I'm going to keep it all the way 100. Allegedly, the twins, Rummy, Blue Ivy, they were conceived in a demonic way. If y'all understand where I'm coming from. We done heard about the stories who the real baby mama is supposed to be, right? And how the real baby mama actually got killed or Jay-Z put a hit out on her. It's been so many fucking stories out there, right? How the alleged woman had these kids for Beyonce and how Beyonce actually really wasn't pregnant, right? Right. Okay. So it's not like I'm pulling this shit out the sky. It's not like I'm pulling this shit out the side of my motherfucking ass. All right? Everything I'm dropping is all facts. Nothing but facts. It's all we're here to do is make real life matters, make real life sense all the time. Let's continue.
In order to achieve this higher level of spirituality, that you go after a young white male or a young male child.
Yeah, so I wanted you to talk a little bit about this idea of like you said earlier, like the things that you do for the culture, the ways that you put on, the ways that you try to protect and move forward, but kind of the pushback that you get sometimes about like people throw capitalists at you in a derogatory sense.
Yeah, I think in that verse specifically, the only thing I heard coming up was the American dream until we started being successful. And it was like, wait a minute, you're selling out because you're making money. That was the first thing that was put on musicians. Like, no, I make art first. And then I make sure that I'm compensated for my art. I didn't take advantage. I didn't get here by taking advantage of people. I didn't take no one. That's not my reputation. That's not what I do. I didn't get here by taking advantage of people or taking advantage of, the loopholes in the system or some.
Here, motherfucking lie. We've been proving it all night, haven't we, y'all? We've been proving it all night as I strategically make real life matters, make real life sense, and make this bitch a real life liar, right? Right. Okay, we've been showing everybody the fucking loopholes and how he's been bending and twisting and using and deceiving people with bullshit.
Wrinkle in like a capitalist structure.
This is where it gets a little iffy. And this is why I don't think there are true Prince Hall billionaires.
Nope.
He signed a 10-year, $150 million, 360 deal to Live Nation in 2008. Then came back 2017 to sign another 10-year deal, a 360 deal with $200 million. These are the architects of this so-called 360 deal. It is structured, often leads to financial exploitation. So if he's a billionaire, then these men got to be trillionaires, because there's no way they would give that much freedom to any black artist to control their entertainment, control their license, control who they are, control the money they make from touring without any of these guys having their hands in it. The top guy is Hanson, is a manager of former rock bands. Everybody knows Leo Cohen, and these two Tennessee lawyers are the ones that put together the 360 deal. You think when they put this deal together, it was to give artists rights and control over their artwork?
And I've been telling people this for the longest. These motherfuckers ain't really billionaires. These motherfuckers ain't really got all that money like it is perceived to everybody. It's all a lie, bro. They do not have all these millions and millions and billions of dollars. It's all cap. It's cap.
No, it's literally financial slavery. They need you Negroes to believe that they are billionaires, so you keep going into this industry and then getting exposed and then knowing that you have to open up your rectum or your prostate in order to elevate into getting a billionaire status. They don't tell you the other side of these deals.
Y'all heard that? Y'all heard that, right? Strategic information y'all ain't getting nowhere else. Don't believe what they're telling y'all. They're not billionaires. If Jay-Z was a billionaire, would you think it'd be water going all through Africa right now? With all the fucking endeavors and connections he got worldwide and globally? Supposedly, right? It's not what y'all think. It's all deception. It's a lie. Okay, it's all a lie. And this stuff is written in stone. It's in the scriptures. I was explaining last night that Jay-Z is in the scriptures. They talk about him in the scriptures. And so many others. This is why Jay-Z, okay, tried to rewrite the Bible verses with his rhymes. Okay, when he had that shit out there, when they were celebrating Jay-Z and his legacy at the what? Brooklyn Library. They wrapped the whole library is in a scripture Bible format with all Jay-Z verses, y'all. With all his verses from his songs. They put it in a Bible scripture format and wrapped the whole building in it. Because he want to be God. He's want to be whole. And anytime somebody mention God or the scriptures or the Bible around him, okay, he don't like it. And he always try to flip it. Always try to flip it and put his interpretation on it. Okay? But let's continue. Let's run it back just a little bit.
And this is why I don't think there are true Prince Hall billionaires. He signed a 10-year, $150 million, 360 deal to Live Nation in 2008, then came back 2017 to sign another 10-year deal, a 360 deal with $200 million. These are the architects of this so-called 360 deal. It is structured, often leads to financial exploitation. So if he's a billionaire, then these men got to be trillionaires, because there's no way they would give that much freedom to any black artist to control their entertainment, control their license, control who they are, control the money they make from touring without any of these guys having their hands in it. The top guy is Hanson, is a manager of former rock bands. Everybody knows Leo Cohen, and these two Tennessee lawyers are the ones that put together the 360 deal. You think when they put this deal together, it was to give artists rights and control over their artwork? No, it's literally financial slavery. They need you Negroes to believe that they are billionaires, so you keep going into this industry and then getting exposed and then knowing that you have to open up your rectum or your prostate in order to elevate into getting a billionaire status. They don't tell you the other side of these deals.
A billionaire status.
Want, but it's just like trying to get all the degrees you want, but you still got a ceiling. He can't go but so high because the people that he worshiping, that he kissing their ass and letting them feel him up and shit, they don't know shit. He's involved, but he's involved with this shit, man.
See, the reason why they pick drug dealers is because if you can sell poison to your own people and destroy them, it ain't nothing for you to do it and say it over a beat. So basically,
you hear that, right? You hear that, right? As I strategically break this down and bring this shit together as a collective. What he just say and what I've been explaining all night. Okay? That's exactly what he been doing, selling poison to the people through his music. Just like the same way like they sell and bag up poison in the hood and sell it to who? Okay, the people in the hood, the less fortunate, right? The same shit he did when he was marketing and promoting the Brooklyn Nets, selling everybody a dream, right? Right, just for his benefit. And had everybody thinking in Brooklyn that he was going to be a part owner. And when everybody heard part owner, everybody thinking like, okay, he like really owns the team. Like he really got a say so. Like he really owned the Nets. And the whole time this motherfucker only owned a 0.1% of the Nets. He don't even own a big stock in the Nets. And to a broke motherfucker who don't know what money is, y'all would actually think that 0.1% is actually something when it ain't shit. It's nothing. You're doing nothing but being a puppet for the people who's filling all them fucking zeros up that you ain't got, that got you all the way down to your point fucking one. As I strategically break this down. Okay? When we make real life matters, make real life sense. And this is why all this money Brooklyn done raised, right? Right? Watch this. All this money Brooklyn done raised. How long the Knicks been in Brooklyn? How much money and how many restaurants and businesses had boom in Brooklyn since the Brooklyn Nets have came? Right? But check this out. Why Marcy Projects still fucked up? Why Marcy I thought that was the whole goal. To bring the Nets, bring new businesses, new endeavors, new corporations, so you can start what? Rebuilding and making a change in Brooklyn, specifically where you're from, Marcy Projects, right? Right? You fucking liar. Okay? Y'all see this, right? He's a fucking liar. And always been a liar. Okay? Okay? The rise and fall of New York public housing. Jay-Z Bitcoin school met with skepticism. Okay? Jay-Z defends his billionaire status. That's it. But is he defending the people in Marcy Projects? No. No. He's just using the people. He's just using the community. He's just using the culture that he's no longer a part of. He's using the culture that he's not even, okay, tapped into anymore. He's using the culture still, and he don't even fucking come back. Still using the culture. Ain't done shit for him. Ain't done shit for him. Like I said, how many motherfuckers in Marcy Projects have become corporate endeavors and billionaires like Jay-Z? How many people have he influenced to be billionaires? And how many people have he influenced to be drug dealers, murderers, and fucking killers and cat pillars? Huh? Strategic drop. Which influence outweighs the influence? The billionaire shit or your street rhymes and your hustling and, okay, your gun busting. Where you from? The news cameras never come. Huh? Exactly my point. All right, this is a strategic breakdown that y'all ain't getting nowhere else, on no other channel, no other platform. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, y'all ain't gonna get it nowhere in them algorithms. And like I said, and I stomp step and stand on my shit. I don't know what the fuck they doing upstairs, downstairs, next door, down the street, or around the motherfucking corner. But I know what the fuck we doing right here, y'all. All right? And it's time, okay, to bring this motherfucker down and expose him and how he's been exploiting me, you, and everybody in the community and the culture for many decades just for his billionaire status. And he's not even an official billionaire, y'all. It's a difference. Billionaire status and an official billionaire is two different things. Billionaire status is just an image, sort of like you see on Instagram. You know how you scroll on Instagram and it look like a motherfucker really doing something, but he ain't really doing shit? It's all a fucking play. It's a facade. It's a psyop. It's deception. It's bullshit. Because out of all them billions that you claim you got and you have, why the people in Marcy still fucked up? Why the people over there in Africa still need wells and water? They still need wells and water, y'all. They still need wells and waters. Okay? What he said. Okay? Check it out. As I strategically keep dropping fire on this motherfucker tonight. He's the fucking devil. 9 to 5 is how you survive. I ain't trying to survive. I'm trying to live it to the limit and love it a lot. Devils. Strategic drop. Huh? So he's saying, fuck all you motherfuckers who actually working a 9 to 5 every day in these projects. You know that, right? Y'all have to be able to read between the lines. Everybody just thinking, oh, it's just a hot line and he made it a hot song. Nah, bruh. Nah, bruh. Well, he know everybody in the fucking projects, they're working a 9 to 5 damn near to the day that they fucking die. Being sold fake dreams and shit by fake fucking rappers. A 9 to 5 ain't. A 9 to 5 is how you survive. I ain't trying to survive. I'm trying to live it to the limit and love it a lot. Okay, so you got the blueprint, right? You got the blueprint. So show us how we get there. Why we still in poverty? You got the blueprint, right? You claim that you was going to be an influence to show us how to rise from oppression, right? You ain't show us shit, nigga, but death and destruction, motherfucker. Fuck you think you fooling, boy? We done seen you snaked out your closest niggas, nigga. I know you don't give a fuck about your following. Strategic drop. We done seen what he did to Dame. We done seen what he did to Benny Siegel. We seen what he doing to Memphis Bleak. Why you think Memphis Bleak ain't interview him as I strategically break this shit down? Why he had that little kid interview him? Your boy that's supposed to be your brother, Memphis Bleak, got his own podcast and everything. Why you ain't go up there with Bleak? Why you ain't go up there with one of them motherfuckers that you signing they checks, Fat Joe and Jada, Cameron Show? Why you ain't going IFC Studios? They all getting paid by Rocnation. Rocnation writing all the checks, right? So why you ain't over there with them niggas? Because those your fucking puppets, right? Right. And you know how to separate the ones that you're using, like us and them, from what the fuck you got going on. It's easy. Why y'all think he ain't go on Drink Champs? Why y'all think he ain't go on his own fucking network, Revolt? They gave him the power since Diddy left. But Jay-Z claimed he don't fuck with Diddy. And we all know that's a lie. So if Diddy was running Revolt and they decided to give you the power after Diddy gone, why would you even want to come near that shit? I don't want nothing to do with nothing Diddy got going on, bro. I'm good. Y'all can keep that shit. You know why? Because they own him. They own him. They own him. And like I said, it's mighty strange and funny that he did this interview with this kid. All right? With this kid, because he's still a kid. He's not a grown man. He's still a little ass boy. And he come up here with this imagery of SpongeBob on his fucking wall. We all know what that SpongeBob and that Epstein shit all about. Everybody got to be able to read between the lines what's really going on here and how he came out with this darkness and he fooled everybody. And this is why they dropped the video after the concert sold out. Because if they would have dropped this fucking shit before them tickets went on sale, nobody wouldn't have bought them shits. Nobody would have went. He would have rubbed everybody the wrong way. Like, nah, bro. But now the tickets are sold. The tickets are sold now. Like I said, he came in the form of a Trojan horse. He came in the form of a Trojan horse and snaked out his own people. Not knowing the people that go into this concert and buying these tickets, not knowing that he put a spiritual fucking curse on them. He put a spiritual fucking curse on y'all. And everybody better stay prayed up when they go up in that motherfucker. They already doing roots on Yankee Stadium right now. And they showing y'all. They showing y'all the roots that they putting on Yankee Stadium right now. The same way like they did, okay, at that fucking Travis Scott shit. And motherfuckers still go up in there. Motherfuckers is looking past all this shit. Because he know the motherfuckers that really follow him and support him is spiritually dumb the fuck down. They don't know evil from good if it smack them in their fucking face. He know everybody ain't spiritually woke, y'all. He know. He know. You see the background? Is he smoking anything? Do he smoke? Do you see a cigar or a blunt or $100 fucking joint from whack ass Monogram that went out of business? Ain't nobody buying that garbage ass weed, nigga. $100 fucking joint. Who the fuck you think you is? No, we don't. As we see again, he's coming in the form of light. He's coming in a form of light, y'all. You see this, right? He got the all white on, just like Diddy did at his farewell concert. He came in with the all white and left in the all red in darkness. We see Jay-Z coming in a form of light, like he ain't coming to do no harm. But if you look in the back of him, you see the spiritual presence that they're depicting in the imagery with the paranormal activity in back of him with the smoke. All right, this is Papa Legba in the flesh. Y'all know that, right? This is Papa Legba in the flesh. For the ones who don't know who Papa Legba is, okay? Y'all heard about the crossroads, right? And the demonic demon entity that's at the crossroads, right? Right? He's showing everybody, all right, what he is. But ain't nobody paying attention to it. Check this out. All right? He's showing everybody what he's on with the imagery and all. All right? Okay? That's who he's actually depicting in the flesh. All right? These people take this shit serious. They take this shit deep. They go all out with it. They go all out with it. Okay? Check it out. Okay? In order for him to tap into this Papa Legba energy, y'all, okay? It's a certain season he must be a part of. It is certain places that he must visit. As we see, okay? And we got the receipts, okay, of Jay-Z, okay, in West African, in Vodon, okay, him and Beyonce, okay, and like I said, what it say? Papa Legba, a gatekeeper of the what? The crossroads, strategic drop. Is Jay-Z a gatekeeper at the crossroads or what? Is Beyonce a gatekeeper at the crossroads or what? Huh? Strategic information. Spiritually. Okay? Check it out. The gatekeeper, Legba, who allegedly Jay-Z is portraying, opens and closes the doorway between the living and the spirits. Okay? No communication with other, I don't even want to say this, is possible without his permission. Okay? This shit is deeper and darker than y'all can imagine. Why you think it's Jay-Z and the Roots? I've been molding this shit together all night. I've been dropping gems on y'all all night. Y'all can do your own research. Strategic drop. Everybody thinking Yankee Stadium was the first one. No, that's the setup. That's the setup. That's the setup. This the one right here that means the most. Okay, with the top ranking witch. The top ranking witch. That they'll put in her work. She's a major blood donor and supplier for these motherfuckers. Babies and all. Erykah Badu. Do we need to pull up some of her witchcraft imagery? Oh, I'm quite sure the whole following is already fucking familiar, right? Because she was a Trojan horse ass bitch too. When she came in at first, she wasn't like that, right? And then as time went on, she just, boom, came out the door with all that wicked witch of the West shit, right? And fooled everybody, just like Jay-Z doing right now. Strategic drop. One of the best to do this shit. I'm one of the best that's going to illustrate and demonstrate the truth. The truth. Everything I'm saying make real life matters, make real life sense every time. I don't give a fuck what they try to say, how they try to twist it. Listen here, don't nothing override common sense, y'all. Remember that. No matter how they try to twist it, bend it, wash it, rinse it, hang it out to dry, nothing overrides common sense, motherfucker. Give a fuck how smart you motherfuckers think you is. What type of colleges or degrees are the way you articulate your words, bitch. Don't nothing override common sense. All right? And we've been what? Making sense common here tonight, haven't we, y'all? If the lights ain't up over 200 yet, what we waiting on? I done earned mine. I've been stomping, stepping, and standing and proving this motherfucker is a liar all night. I came out flaming, torching, and still could torch some more. Got everybody, all ears, everybody undivided attention. Because Jay-Z, your fall is coming, my nigga. Your fall is coming, my nigga. These motherfuckers been lying all the time. All the time. He been lying. He been lying. All you gotta do is pay attention. All right? Hey, tell everybody. Hey, tell everybody. They done wrote articles about this shit in magazines and newspapers. Check it out. Okay? I strategically fuck him up all night. Jay-Z and the pitfalls of black capitalism. You fucking liar. Strategic drop. Jay-Z and the what? Pitfalls of black capitalism. Because he sold us a fucking lie. The only one that's capitalizing off of this shit is him. Okay? On the strength of capitalizing off of what? Our struggle, our story, what we living, what we going through, not him. That's what you call exploit your own black community, keeping people in poverty. The Trojan horse ass nigga. Okay? The Trojan horse. He turns a blind eye to his own collective community, right? Haven't we been proving it tonight? Haven't we been proving his pockets have been getting bigger and bigger? All right? While he's mentioning the Brooklyn Nets deal, as it say, it is seen by critics as what? Prioritizing the growth of his own wealth over the empowerment of his own people, y'all. And this is what you think the people in the projects feel some type of way. What about the people over there who they promised water to? Okay? Jay-Z. Check this shit out. Check this out. 2007, right? You lying bitch. Rapper Jay-Z wins award for Water for Life campaign. I bet he did. All that millions and millions of dollars he brung in, y'all awarded him with that shit, right? The UN, the people in power, the United Nations. Okay? Same way like they allow him to wear that what? That Congo mask and represent the what? Culture over there. Where in reality, okay, he don't know a goddamn thing about that shit. He ain't living that shit. He ain't over there hands on with that shit. Okay, so it says, strategic drop, rapper Jay-Z wins award for Water for Life campaign. Okay, check this shit out, y'all. All right, we one of the best around here. United Nations campaign to bring the worsening water and sanitation crisis to the attention of the world's young people. Told you what this was for. Strategic drop. Strategic drop for his following. Okay? Crisis to the attention of the world's young people has been recognized with the award to one of the program partners, the best-selling recording artist, Jay-Z. Jay-Z Multimedia Water for Life campaign developed jointly with the UN's Department Public Information and MTV. MTV. Remember, okay, the Water for Life was on MTV. Okay? And who was watching MTV? What following? What culture? Strategic drop. What following? What culture? What community? MTV networks included a television documentary, an interactive website profiling the water problem in 26 countries. What year is this? What year did he decide to come out with these Congo roots after all these years and all this water has been talked about and you ain't said shit about it? Now you come out with this. It's 2026, right? Strategic drop. It's 2026, right? Exactly. 26 countries. And the distribution of free education resources and an online voting contest organized by the Vibe Awards. You see, they use MTV, the Vibe Awards, they use BET, like they did with the Vote or Die. Remember all that shit, y'all? Y'all have to realize how they use us for their benefit. All right. And also, at the same time, while they're leveling up, they got their foots on our neck. Nobody is paying attention to this shit, bro. And it's time for everybody to wake the fuck up. They've been doing this for years and they still doing it. Okay? Using MTV, the Vibe Awards, VH1, BET for their benefit. Okay? Check it out. As it says, my man Jay-Z has been a wonderful partner to the UN, not the people of Africa, not the people in the villages, partner to the UN and a champion of those in need around the world. Y'all hear this shit, right? He said, adding how proud he was that the award had been given for the rapper's work on the Water for Life campaign. More than 1 billion people have no access to drinking water. 2 billion lack, all right, adequate sanitation. As a result, thousands of children die every day from diseases that could be prevented. But what the fuck is going on there? Do y'all want to know? Do y'all want to see how much money or how much funding or how much donations was raised from this Water for Life campaign, y'all? Should we go into that? Should we start pulling out the receipts of how much money, funding, donations was generated, just like the Haiti earthquake, and how much money was generated for that situation that never reached the people too? Right? Because it ain't nothing but a fucking click, and we can get right to it. Okay? So with that being said, let's see. How much money did the UN and Jay-Z's Water for Life campaign raise over the course of these decades? Okay. Check out the number. Because the numbers ain't adding up. And they never do. All right? Check it out. It say They raised over $300,000. That's it? I thought you was a billionaire, bitch. How much money did you put in, Jay? Strategic drop. $300,000. They're lying. They're lying. Because like I said, the math ain't mathing, y'all, is it? If he's a billionaire, and that's just him alone, not to mention the UN, who they partner with all these other people from where? Around the world, right? Campaign, right? So if he's a billionaire alone, by himself, how is only $300,000 raised? How much money did he put in? How much money did he donate? How much money did these other corporations and endeavors and everybody that's linked in with the United Nations, how much they donate? $10 a piece? Would they donate $10 a piece? Because we know the culture donated like a motherfucker, y'all. Okay? So how much did they actually donate? And where are the actual results? Strategic drop, y'all. Shout out Miss Dade County, man, for the super sticker, super chat, sponsorships, and endorsement of this live, man. Appreciate it. Shout out everybody up in here, man. I do, man. I appreciate y'all. Yeah, the actual people of Africa gonna get that motherfucker. But the people in power, they with him. They with him. This is why they allow him to do this. You actually think the actual people that die hard go about this culture that's really into that shit spiritually, that go back to their ancestors and they take that shit very, very seriously? You think they allow him and give him the pass to actually come up here and put this sacred mask on his face? The people in power allow him to do that. The UN allow him to do that. And it's making it seem like everybody looking from the outside in that's not really in tune, like he's really in tune with the culture over there and the influence. You see what I'm saying? We're in reality, okay? He's only tapped into the dark side in the dark spiritual enlightenment of it all. It ain't for no positive purpose whatsoever. It ain't for no good. It ain't for no good. All this is being used for evil. All this is being used for deception.
Used him. He was literally the least percentage of owning the Brooklyn Nets. But the reason why they put him up here with the owner, because they needed him to be an image to get people out of their housing. So you glossed over the fact that, oh, this is a black man in the corporate white world really being an image and a representation.
Can y'all hear that? Y'all can hear that, right?
Of us, that you can make it out of the hood and you can clean up your past and you could be right up the other side of these deals.
You can get as many degrees as you want, but it's just like trying to get all the degrees you want, but you still got a ceiling. He can't go but so high because the people that he worshiping, that he kissing their ass and letting them feel him up and shit, they don't know shit. He's involved with this shit, man.
So the reason why they pick drug dealers is because if you can sell poison to your own people and destroy them, it ain't nothing for you to do it and say it over a beat. So basically used him. He was literally the least percentage of owning the Brooklyn Nets. But the reason why they put him up here with the owner, because they needed him to be an image to get people out of their housing. So you glossed over the fact that, oh, this is a black man in the corporate white world really being an image and a representation of us, that you can make it out of the hood and you can clean up your past and you could be right up there with the big dogs. No, they were kicking people out of their homes in Brooklyn. Anybody who's attached to Masonry, it's the cult of Baal. They believe in sex worship and human sacrificing. So he quit rap or retired from rap a little short under 2005. His nephew, which he was close with,
his nephew, right? The famous nephew that he bought that car for, y'all, as we going to strategically open that shit up too. No Diddy. The famous nephew that he bought that car for, okay, that allegedly got into that car accident and lost his life, y'all. All right, and allegedly, it ain't happened like they say it happened.
He was the one that was sacrificed. Then he came out of retirement, October 27th. And then he came out with Kingdom Come, and Khalik is featured on Lost Ones. He thought that he could live his art outside of control. And that's why they funneled him back in to Masonry.
When you say they, like, who is that?
Whatever the threat to, however the system is set up to keep things at status quo and keep us in a position of using words like allow. So anyone that's culpable in creating the system that we operate under, that's they.
Yeah.
That's they.
Everybody know who they is. They can't do anything without allowance. That means York Rite, Scottish Rite allow them to put out a certain image. Jewish mysticism or the Talmud allows them to get away with certain rituals and rites because that's their form of passage to elevate themselves through degrees. Right. It has to involve children. It has to involve sexuality. It has to involve blood sacrificing.
Facts.
You said something just now, though, about you pushing independence, right? Kind of like in the spirit of Prince. When you embody that, do you feel like you are kind of setting a mold or leading a charge for like what the...
He sacrificed Prince too, y'all. He sacrificed Prince. He sacrificed Prince. And not only did he allegedly sacrifice Prince, check this out, y'all. A couple of days ago after the Jay-Z interview, as I strategically fucked y'all up some more, I got receipts after receipts after receipts after receipts that will burn this motherfucker alive, y'all. Okay, a couple of days after the interview came out, this one right here with this little ass kid and this little ass boy, Will Smith, went on an interview and revealed that he talked to Prince 30 minutes before he died, y'all. And Will Smith claimed, and we got the receipts, Will Smith claimed, y'all hit the like button. This exposure 101, okay? The way it's supposed to be. Okay, Will Smith claimed he talked to Prince 30 minutes before Prince died. And Prince was on the phone talking to him about him, which is Prince, Will Smith, and Jay-Z getting together, all right, owning a record big ass record company type shit. All right, this is strategic information. Now, it makes you think, why did Will Smith wait all this time to reveal that, and then revealed it right after the Jay-Z interview came out, which in the Jay-Z interview, Prince is also mentioned. Everybody need to pay attention to that. Not to mention, y'all, all right, when Jay-Z signed Lil Uzi to Rocnation, he told Lil Uzi to his face that Lil Uzi was going to be the next Prince, right? Y'all know that, right? Y'all know that, right? That's right. These are facts. But for the ones who don't know, all right, Will Smith has an interview claiming that he talked to Prince right before he died. Okay? Okay? Check this out. This is crazy, right? All right, he's a weirdo. We're going to strategically line all these lying motherfuckers up tonight. Check this out here, y'all. Strategic drop. Let's go. Get the likes up. I stay flaming y'all. I stay keep y'all entertained with the truth. All right. Will Smith revealed. Check this out. This was just last year, February 2025, on a podcast that he spoke with both Prince and the Notorious B.I.G. just hours before their respective deaths. He claimed he talked to Prince 8 hours before he passed regarding a business venture, and met Biggie 4 hours before his murder, jokingly calling himself a jinx. Okay? Check it out. Prince conversation on Broken Records podcast. Smith shared, okay, that Prince called him to pitch an entertainment company involving himself, Smith, and Jay-Z. They spoke the night before Prince passed away. Hit the like button. Okay? Shout out everybody up in here. It's very interesting, ain't it? This is what we do. They don't like when we stomp, step, and stand on real shit. They lucky we ain't got this shit in vertical tonight. We just heating the channel back up. They lucky we ain't in vertical tonight, and I ain't on this motherfucking camera outside. Okay, that's the lives that they need to be aware of, not these lives right here with these images and these pictures. They need to be aware of my lives in the motherfucking flesh. Those are the ones they need to be worried about. All right, we just cook them right here. But this shit that's in the flesh, okay, we burn their ass alive. Okay, that's a fact. They better be lucky we ain't outside tonight. They better be lucky, y'all. All right? Shout out everybody up in here. We've been dropping nothing but receipts. Receipt after receipt.
Thing that was put on musicians. Like, no, I make art first, and then I make sure that I'm compensated for my art. I didn't take advantage. I didn't get here by taking advantage of people. I didn't take no one. That's not my reputation. That's not what I do. I didn't get here by taking advantage of people or taking advantage of, the loopholes in the system or some wrinkle in a capitalist structure.
This is where it gets a little iffy. And this is why I don't think there are true Prince Hall billionaires. He signed a 10-year, $150 million, 360 deal to Live Nation in 2008, then came back 2017 to sign another 10-year deal, a 360 deal with $200 million. These are the architects of this so-called 300.
Hey, y'all. I appreciate y'all so much. I love y'all so much, man. I do. I'm nothing without y'all, and we nothing without each other. And this Fire Flame Nation and this platform wouldn't be nothing without y'all, man. If y'all are enjoying the show tonight, and y'all are enjoying your host, and you enjoying the energy, and you are enjoying the receipts that we are dropping here tonight, drop y'all fire and TVs in the chat for me one time. I don't ask for much. I don't ask for much, but drop y'all fires and TVs in the chat for me one time, y'all. Like the motherfucking chat up for me, man. Drop y'all fire and TVs in the chat for me, man. I appreciate it. Drop y'all fire and TVs in the chat for me and for the whole Fire Flame family. Drop your fire engines, okay? Drop your fire flame emojis, all right? Drop anything that got anything to do with fire, anything that you consider fire in your emoji motherfucking pack. Let's go, because we earned ours over here tonight, and we still going. And we still going. And we still going. We still going. Get the likes up while y'all at it. I appreciate y'all. We in horizontal tonight. We in portrait mode tonight. So y'all might have to hit the like button manually. But I'm here doing it for y'all manually, right? So that's the least y'all can do for me. Respectfully, shout out everybody, all the love, all the new fire starters, hawkers, walkers, and stalkers. Man, if you ain't a fire starter yet, I keep saying it and I'm going to say it again. What you waiting on, family? Come on over here and subscribe, because we stomp, we step, and we definitely stand on real morals and traditional principles, and ain't nothing morally sound nowhere near traditional with the shit we've been demonstrating and illustrating tonight. Let's go. I'm nothing without y'all, man. I'm nothing without y'all, yo. All right, let's continue to flame this shit up, y'all. We 2 hours and 40 plus in. Okay, and it feel like we just started the show. All right, and that's how you captivate your audience. Now, not only do you captivate your audience, you entertain your audience. Not only do you entertain your audience, you be honest with your audience. You bring the truth, you bring your passion, you bring your soul to your audience like they right there in your face. And this is what we here to do, and this is what we always been doing. All right. Shout out to the whole Fire Flame Nation, man. I appreciate y'all, man. And look here, make it official. Make it official. Okay, get your fire flame inferno badges, while everybody else on the platforms over there, bro, is charging y'all $10, 20, 30. When y'all click on their channel, y'all click on y'all lives, y'all don't get nothing new, nothing different. It's the same old shit. Y'all just getting robbed. Y'all don't get no badges. Y'all don't get no perks. Y'all don't get no new emojis to go along with the brand and the family or whatever the goddamn platform that y'all subscribe to. But over here, it ain't like that. Okay, get your Fire Flame Inferno badges. All right, only $2.99. That's right, $2.99, and right out the gate. Okay, you got access to special Fire Flame emoji perks. Okay, badges, fire starters, hawkers, walkers, and stalkers. You get your fire engines, you get your firehouse, you get your fire hydrant, you get your fire truck, you get your fireman, whatever category you want to be. A fire starter, hawker, walker, or stalker, man. Make it official. Get your Fire Flame Inferno badges, man, and come over here and join the hottest Fire Flame show in the YouTube streets. Okay? And this ain't nothing new around here. We've been doing this shit for a long time. Okay? We just take a little breaks in between every now and then. But let me tell y'all, when we come, we come. And when we go on our run, we go on our run, and you are here to stay. Once you are family, you are family. All right? Shout out everybody over here, man. I appreciate y'all. all the new people, everybody that's been here rocking with me tonight, man. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate the new members, man. Nah, I mean, appreciate you, Bernice Cox, man. Welcome to the fire. Welcome to the flame. That's right, $2.99, not $2,500. That part. We ain't robbing nobody. We ain't charging nobody for no wrenches. And let me tell you something. A wrench don't make you nobody special. You see, a wrench is earned by loyalty. So just don't think just because you don't have a wrench, that don't mean that you're not official. That don't mean that you're not a fire starter. That don't mean that you're not a part of the real Fire Flame family. Yes, you are. We don't charge for wrenches, but we don't give them out either. Okay, riches are earned by loyalty. Loyalty only. Loyalty badges that only come with loyalty, with you being right here in the chat with the Fire Flame Nation. And you never know when you might get a motherfucking wrench over here. And that's how a wrench is earned, okay? By loyalty. Shout out the whole nation, man. All right, so let's continue a little bit more, okay? So, like I said, right, I left y'all on a cliffhanger, but we coming right back to your ass, bro. I don't give a fuck if you in Bel Air, all right? DJ Jazzy Jeff, okay? Or Uncle motherfucking Phil, Aunt Viv, okay, Carlton, all you motherfuckers about to get it. Because Will Smith, you a dirty bitch. And you been a dirty motherfucker. Check it out, y'all. Okay? Check it out. Like I said, all right, it's always some weird shit going on. All right, and we always find out later, okay, about how somebody was around these people, somebody was talking to these people. Now, I tried to tell everybody, right? Now, it's very strange how all this also connects in a line. Everybody pay attention as I continue to strategically break this shit down and mold this shit together. All right, it says Will Smith revealed, okay, that he spoke both the Prince and the Notorious B.I.G. just hours before their deaths, right? Now, like I said, what's the chances of Will Smith talking to Biggie and Prince right before their death? Not only that, on the occasion with Prince, in the conversation with Prince, he said Prince was sharing an idea that was going to involve, okay, an entertainment company involving himself, Smith, and Jay-Z. Right? Now, y'all have to pay attention to all of this. Like I said, they said that this interview, okay, came out in 2025. But for some strange reason, the clip with Will Smith talking about he had that conversation with Prince just started to resurface again after this Jay-Z interview, right? It just so happens in the Jay-Z interview, right, Prince is also mentioned in the interview. And not only that, Will Smith, we know he's a pawn for these people. We know he's a major pawn and a major puppet, and he used his kid, and they use his kid. And I've been telling y'all tonight, strategic drop, that they're going to use Blue Ivy the same way. She's in training right now. She's getting groomed allegedly. Okay, Northwest, she been in training. All right, she's being groomed right now, as y'all can see the results. But check it out. Will Smith talks to Biggie 4 hours before his murder. Right? We never heard that a day in our life. He wait all these years to say that after Valletta Wallace died, after Diddy get indicted and all this, right? But what I find mighty odd and very strange, like I was telling everybody, allegedly with the notorious B.I.G. was knocked down and sacrificed. Diddy wasn't the only one a part of that sacrifice. Jay-Z was a part of that sacrifice too, to be the king of Brooklyn. Not only the king of Brooklyn, but the king of New York and the god of rap. And allegedly, okay, when Biggie died, all the unreleased material, all the written material that never got released, okay, that was the whole plan of the whole sacrifice. This is why Diddy and Jay-Z is the biggest moguls coming out of New York from that whole era, from that whole scene. Pay attention. Okay, it was a snake move on both ends. And allegedly, okay, Diddy gave Jay-Z all of Biggie's unwritten material, all of Biggie's written material, all of his unreleased material, and everything that we never heard from Big that was recorded that never got released, and everything that was written down, including the commission album and all these other projects that Biggie already was putting together. And this is why Jay-Z called his 3 collective albums, his babies, the blueprint, y'all. Strategic drop. Okay. All right. It all was a play on the notorious B.I.G. And not only was Diddy involved with it, Jay-Z was involved with it too, because he wanted to be the king of Brooklyn, the king of rap. And I believe that he was with the shit. And we got all the fucking receipts. And we also seen how he snaked out Dame Dash too. So I ain't putting shit past this nigga. And we all know Nas, when they went to battling, as I strategically continue to bring nothing but facts, okay? Nas said, how much of Biggie's rhymes is going to come out your fat lips, motherfucker? Okay, because Nas already knew where all them rhymes was coming from. Okay, Nas already knew where all them rhymes was coming from. And this is why when Jay-Z was recording, okay, the Blueprint album, he tell y'all he went in the booth in Electric Lady Studios where they were conjuring the notorious B.I.G. energy at the same studio where they conjure Jimi Hendrix and everything where Sasha Fierce was created and so many other alter egos. He wore the notorious B.I.G. Jesus pieces, making those albums, conjuring his energy. Hit the like button, strategic drop. The blueprint, a lot of them songs is not his. A lot of them songs is Biggie songs. A lot of songs, y'all. A lot of people don't know this. I'm telling y'all, we all have been, okay, bamboozled. We all been put in a trick fucking bag. Okay? I'm trying to tell y'all. All right. And if y'all actually sit back and go back and study everything that I'm saying is making real life matters, make real life sense. Jay-Z would have never been the artist he was if Biggie didn't go. Diddy would have never been the artist he was if Biggie didn't go. They all branched off of Biggie's energy and Biggie's success and how Biggie had the motion in New York City on the run in the chokehold. And this is why Jay-Z came in claiming, okay, if I ain't better than Big, then I'm the closest one. Okay, he been claiming that he better than Big and he the king and he better than everybody. Jay-Z always been a jealous motherfucker. We seen how jealous of he was over DMX because DMX was a better artist than him. He just used the words better than DMX, but DMX is a better artist and can reach the people better than he can. And he was jealous of that because he knew what? DMX personal life, he get high, he do this and he do that. You see what I'm saying? So we all know Jay-Z been a hater from day one 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 right now to the motherfucking day. Ain't nothing new. And he's still holding his peoples down. As I strategically break this down, why you think he ain't go on Rock Solid with Myth Bleak? Why he ain't go on Cameron? It is what it is. Why you ain't go on Revolt? Don't you run that shit? Exactly my point. Why you ain't give one of your homeboys or one of your peoples? Why you ain't go on Joe and Jada, the same people that you writing these checks to what? Deceive us and deceive the people and keep us in a chokehold and keep us blinded. Why you ain't go on one of their podcasts and do your interview? You sorry shit because you still want to keep your foot on niggas' necks, right? You want niggas to work for you, but you don't really want to be affiliated with them in the light because in your eyes, you're better than them, right? Right? You don't want nobody to take your shine, right? You don't want nobody to level up, right? Higher than you, right? Shout out the whole Fire Flame Nation. I'm dropping nothing but facts. Nothing but facts. We all know who was the king of Brooklyn. That Brooklyn name is embedded in the Notorious B.I.G. legacy. Jay-Z just stole it. Jay-Z just stole it. And that's why he came out with the blueprint. And I was explaining to a lot of people, man, okay, that a lot of that material is the Notorious B.I.G. material. Out of all the motherfucking albums that you could be celebrating, why is you celebrating the Reasonable Doubt and the Blueprint? Pay attention. I'm going to tell you why. Because it has symbolic significance as I continue to strategically, okay, break this shit down. Okay, I dismantle this shit. The reason why he chose, okay, Reasonable Doubt and the Blueprint is because he's speaking in codes. They use art, imagery, certain words that the normal will look at a blind eye, but they actually in communication with each other. We all know the Reasonable Doubt, as it says, sold out 30 years. Reasonable Doubt, 30 years. All right. And you have the Blueprint, 25 years. Okay, so it's a significance in this numerology and the reason why he chose these exact years and these exact albums. Okay, as we see the 30, like I said, we don't do numbers over here, but we understand them. All right, and we know how these dark motherfuckers communicate. We see the 30. As we know, 0 has no value. So that leaves the 3. Then we go up to the 2-5, the 25-year anniversary, which is also, all right, a symbolic significance with the 250-year anniversary of America. Okay? All right? This is all symbolic. So, like I said, you got the 3 in the reasonable doubt. 0 has no value. Then we got the 5 in the 25 year. Okay? Which adds to what? 8. Okay? 2 8s. The infinity 8. The infinity snakes. Okay? Y'all have to pay attention to the numerology in all of this. And you see how on the flyer, right, it has the reasonable doubt in black, which is a celebration of me, Rockefeller, and Dame. Even though we know Dame really put the work in on the back end for Rockefeller and that Reasonable Doubt album, and how Dame Dash was fighting, okay, for the rights to the Reasonable Doubt shit. You see, yo, it's a humiliation also of Dame Dash and everything that he did to get Rocnation off of the ground. It's a smack in the face. And then it's also a smack in the face with the blueprint, how he moved up in rank with the allegiance, all right? With the sacrifice of the notorious B.I.G. by using his material. And that's why the first song on the blueprint is what? As I strategically fuck y'all up. The Takeover, right? The Takeover, God MC, me, Jehovah. Hey, little soldier, you ain't ready for war. RLC too strong for y'all. It's like bringing a knife to a gunfight, pin to a test, chest in the line of fire with your thin ass vest. We bring boys to men, right? That was the Nas diss, right? And Nas came back with Ether and said what? How much of Biggie's rhymes gonna come out your fat lips? Already knew the whole blueprint was Biggie's shit. Already knew the whole blueprint was already Biggie's shit. Nas put him right on blast from the jump. Soon as he came out with the blueprint, you see only motherfuckers really on the inside from New York that's involved with these alliances and with this allegiance know what really happened out there to the notorious B.I.G. They know what happened and who was really involved and who benefited from it. They know that. This is why when Jay-Z came out with the blueprint, Nas already knew what it was. He already knew a lot of that shit is big shit, big material. He just flipping it in his own way. That's it. And that's why Nas said it on the motherfucking track when Jay-Z came out with the first song on that Blueprint album. The first one, the most classic one, the Takeover. He was letting everybody know it was about to be the takeover. He got the blueprint to the whole shit, and he about to level up in a demonic way over all you motherfuckers. And Nas came right back with the ether. With the ether and murdered them. And murdered them. And said how much of Biggie's rhymes gonna come out your fat lips, wanting to be on every last one of my classics. You pop shit, then apologize. Just ask Kiss. You fucking hoe. Facts. Facts. All facts. And like I said, yo, okay, Nas been, since when Jay-Z want to go to Africa, y'all? Okay? Since when you want to be a part of Africa? You don't talk about Africa, none of that in your rhymes. Nas been talking about that, and I was talking about that last night on my live, at the end of my live. Okay? Nas been talking about what's going on in Africa, who we really were as people, what was really going on out there, and how we were the true kings and the true gods for real. Nas was already talking about that in his first album. Nas was already incorporating, okay, that type of culture in his music. And it wasn't being used for what he's using it for. Nas was already involving this type of culture. Okay, as we continue to strategically break this down. Okay, we remember, like I said last night, it is written, Illmatic, I am, okay, I am, okay. When he really showed everybody that he really was in tune to that culture, he wasn't just talking it. Huh? Huh? Okay, he was really teaching. He been teaching the people. Nas been teaching the people. And Jay-Z always been jealous of Nas. Because Nas always was a better MC than him, and he was more intelligent than him. Nas been reading books and all that shit way before him. And I ain't talking about no school books either. Now he talking about he coming out, he reading books and all this shit. Now you over there in Africa acting like you tapped into the culture and with the people. All you gotta do is pay attention. And just like he said, you wanted to be on every last one of my classics. Shout out the whole nation, man. Okay? Talking about Will Smith claimed he expressed feeling strange. I bet you did, because you know what the fuck was going on. He felt strange before both deaths. I bet you did. Motherfucker, you know who was about to be sacrificed. You know who blood was about to be spilled in funeral, who was going to be all over the fucking TV. And I told everybody that the Notorious B.I.G. had the cheapest motherfucking funeral a motherfucker high profile person can have. In the smallest motherfucking space. People couldn't even fit in there. They were wall to wall. Robbed his mama and everything. And they came out talking about Diddy made Biggie pay for his own funeral. Well, he sure ain't paid much. Because everybody was in that motherfucker shoulder to shoulder, y'all. All right, and Diddy made it seem like it was a big event. And a whole lot of people was there. No, a whole lot of supporters showed up. And everybody was outside And they had all the news cameras and all that shit. Yeah. But the inside, nobody couldn't get in it in that small ass, little ass church. Why you ain't having it in Madison Square Garden? Talking about a legacy, right? Nigga, they sent Big off fucked up. They sent Big off fucked up. He ain't had no horse, no carriage, none of that, y'all. They did his ass El Cheapo. El Cheapo. Same way they did Aaliyah in that small church in Brooklyn. El Cheapo. Yo. Hey, yo, I'm telling you, man, these some dirty motherfuckers, yo. Shout out everybody up in here, man. I appreciate y'all, man. I do. All right. Certain things need a certain approach. And this is the type of approach and awareness this needs. And everybody ain't got it. Everybody ain't got it in them to actually come with this type of approach and be able to make a stand on it. You know what I'm saying? And able to really captivate towards people and grab their undivided attention and really let them know and actually strategically break this down what's really going on here. Spiritually, mentally, and physically. You get it all over here. This ain't no one-way street. Like I said last night, when you hit this thumbnail and you see that title, when you come into this fire pit, you don't know what you gonna get. Because I don't put everything in my thumbnails on my titles. And I can promise you, every show will never be the same. You can never calculate how my show gonna move or what to expect on this show. That's what's so special about over here. It's never a rerun. You know how you supposed to watch your favorite content creator every night, but it just seems like every night it's a rerun. They talk about a different topic, but it's a fucking rerun. How is you talking about something different and it's a goddamn rerun every night still? It should still feel the same. Right. Because like I said, everybody ain't got it. Know what I mean? Some motherfuckers know how to drive an automatic, and some motherfuckers know how to clutch down. You heard? All right? I clutched this motherfucker down. All right, we switched gears over this motherfucker. 1, 2, 3. Drop that bitch down. Hold up. Here we go again. Drop it back down. Clutch down. Pop that clutch again. Here we come. Throw that bitch in fifth. Yeah, that's how we move over here. Strategically. Shout out everybody up in here, man. I appreciate y'all. It seems like y'all still want to go for the ride. Y'all still want to go for the ride? Okay. Let's go for the ride then. Hit the like button, y'all. Drop your fire TVs in the chat. Okay? I'm telling you, when I got fire for y'all, I got fire for y'all. Okay? Shout out the whole Fire Flame Nation. Let's go. Hold on, y'all. Let me make sure I get that sound right. Hold on. Make sure I get that sound right, y'all.
Well, to be honest, he has a lot in common, and hopefully by the end of this video, you'll understand why. What up, African World? It's Home Team here, and I'm back at it with another video of African history, culture, and worldview. And as always, if you want to support the Home Team, you can do so on patreon.com. I have some new rewards for you guys, so be sure to check that out. Also, photoapgraphic.com, a website where you can find unique illustrative graphics. If I do this, I'm always free, so I thought this would be a good opportunity to start. But of course, if I do this, I'm always going to try and do it from a historical African perspective. The Jay-Z controversy concerning his partnership or deal with the NFL has created somewhat of a rift within our community, and I personally could not help but see the similarities between this situation and the history of the Congo Empire. I have my own bias about this situation, and throughout this video, it'll be readily available for you. But at an attempt to be fair, we don't really know the full details of the deal Jay-Z has with the NFL and what he plans to actually do with it. And that has been an argument some have been using to sort of justify his actions, while others, including Kaepernick himself, seem to feel a little betrayed. In my opinion, if we truly know the history of Jay-Z, we know that he's been giving us Trojan horse vibes for quite some time now.
Told
as he
you.
tends to use his social
Told
status or clout as cap.
Y'all hear this, right? Hit the like button. Strategic drop. Didn't I tell y'all? Didn't I tell y'all? And Colin Kaepernick know. Colin Kaepernick know the truth. Colin Kaepernick know the truth about Jay-Z and how Jay-Z used the people and the culture. All right, and snake Colin Kaepernick the fuck out. All right. And that's the reason why Jay-Z is in the position that he's in. All right. Because he also was a part of snaking Colin Kaepernick out with that knee situation. That's right. We all remember the knee and what was going on in America around that time. And Colin Kaepernick took the stand and Jay-Z snaked him out, right? Strategic drop. How many times you got to keep proving that this motherfucking Jay-Z is a fucking snake? And he been snaking our culture for the longest. For his benefit. They putting him in position. All right. And using him as a pawn. Okay. To snake us. Exploit us. George Floyd keep his foot on our fucking neck. That part. That part. And ever since Colin Kaepernick made that stand, his career ain't never been the same. His career ain't never been the same. They tarnished his image. They fucked up his NFL career. His image, his likeness, everything. They destroyed it. If Jay-Z was going to have that deal and he wanted to continue on with that deal, he had to snake out Kaepernick. He couldn't stand up and he couldn't say shit. He couldn't speak up. And that's why he's still in position over there, all right, with Roger Goodell in the NFL. Because when Colin Kaepernick, a black American, Afro-American, whatever you want to fucking call it, a black man that stayed on real morals and traditional principles, decided to make a stand, Jay-Z was up Uncle Tom's ass.
Capital, allowing white society to use him to economically in horse vibes for quite some time now, as he tends to use his social status or clout as capital, allowing white society to use him to economically exploit our community. But like I said, this is just how I internalize his actions. But what would be the point in comparing this historic event to African history? Well, it's important to know our history so we don't repeat them, because one African empire already tried a similar social and economic venture or partnership, and it ended up destroying the future of the entire state. In other words, if we know this history, we would be less likely to repeat it. And that's pretty much the point of this video. So I wanted to talk about the many similarities between Jay-Z's deal with the NFL and the kings of the Congo Empire.
Here it is.
The Congo Empire was located in Central Africa and lasted for quite some time, from the 14th century all the way to about the 20th century. The Portuguese could not outright militarily take over in Congo, so they sent their missionaries and their religion to gain followers and seduce the Bakongo people into thinking they were all Christian brothers in the faith. Now, the missionaries didn't get much steam with the general public, as most people adhere to their own traditional religions. So in order for the Portuguese to really shape and mold Congo into what they wanted it to be and get a stronghold over that community, they had to convince the very elite, the Mani Congo, or the kings of the Congo Empire, the Trojan horse. And this sounds eerily similar to how Jay-Z was used as a sort of missionary to appease the black community in Brooklyn concerning the Nets. If you don't know what happened in that situation, you can just Google it. Anyway, the Portuguese managed to convert one Congolese king into the faith, and that led down a disastrous path for Congo. But not only did they convert him, he was a true adherent to the religion, and thus he tried to convince his people to view the Portuguese as brothers in Christ, even changing the structure of their society to suit the needs and concerns of the Portuguese who may have been offended by any Africanisms throughout the empire. Other Congo kings willingly participated in this tradition of appeasing the Portuguese, leading to constant civil war and even the eventual abandonment of the empire's capital. Now, if you've been following me for a while now, you know I've been super critical of this Congolese state, and I placed the destruction of Congo solely in the hands of the Mani Congo. As an Afro-descendant person who knows this history, there's no way you would want to repeat this in any form, especially if you own or control something of value, because you would know that historically there was always this string of unequal social, political, or economic exchange between Africa and the rest of the world, especially Europe. The motive of the Portuguese was twofold: to control the state of Congo, having full access to resources, and to mask their image as bloodthirsty conquerors to that of spiritual ally. And the Portuguese provided tremendous incentive to the kings of Congo to aid in this process. They provided goods and services, protection from rivaling rulers seeking to take the throne, and even Christian education for the children in Portugal, all expenses paid. And so it becomes increasingly difficult for me to know this history and see the parallels with Jay-Z and his relationship with the NFL. In this deal, Jay-Z gets all the monetary gain and an ownership stake while he participates in the society's benign neglect of our needs and concerns. So to make this make sense, who represents who in this Jay-Z situation? Colin Kaepernick represents the people of the Congo Empire and the general black community. Jay-Z represents the kings of Congo, or the Mani Congo, and the NFL represents the Portuguese.
You hear that? As I strategically break this shit down. What's the difference? What that man just explained. What I've been explaining all night, how Jay-Z is aligned with the kings of of Congo and the kings of Africa, which is the what? The United Nations, right? And Colin Kaepernick, he's basically depicting him as the people of Congo, the people of Africa, right? And I've been explaining to y'all that the people of Africa, right, tonight, strategic drop is not feeling what the fuck Jay-Z is doing and what he got going on, how he has been using Africa, the people in Congo, all right, Angola, and so many other places in and around South Africa, North and Central and West for his fucking benefit. And I've been telling y'all that they've been shadow banning videos from the actual people living out there in the villages, trying to get the word out that don't believe the Jay-Z shit. The people of Congo and the true people of the Congo villages, all right, do not agree what Jay-Z is doing with this Congo mask and shit that he just came out depicting how the people of Congo, okay, the kings, the rulers, all right, are allowing him to use this sacred mask that means so much to these people historically, the ancestors, their country, and the culture, man. If y'all do y'all research on this, y'all be like, okay, it all makes sense. Out of all people, why they letting Jay-Z with the mask? Y'all know just anybody can't hold this mask, right? It's not like me or you or a regular person or somebody in the Congo villages can go and just grab this mask and just put it on. You know that, right? This mask is protected by very sacred people. Sacred people that's empowered spiritually. In a dark way, they're using it for. So, like I said, you have to make real life matters, make real life sense. What makes Jay-Z so important? Whereas though he's able to represent this mass and these historic events that has so much sacredness tied to our ancestors. Make it make sense. Him out of all people? What makes him so special? Oh, I get it. Because he brung millions and millions and millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars with his black exploitation and his following by bringing MTV, BET, Strategic Drop, VH1, and all them over there, the channels that me and you watch, the people in the projects, the people that work 9 to 5, the people that buy his albums. All right, and he used that for a monetary gain. A monetary gain.
From what I gather, and the general black community, Jay-Z represents the kings of Congo, or the Mani Congo, and the NFL represents the Portuguese. From what I gather, We can think of Jay-Z as the vessel the NFL can use to bring back their ratings, gain legitimacy by being on the right side of history, all the while ignoring the true needs and concerns of the people. Colin Kaepernick being a symbol for the Black community's needs, as mentioned before. The NFL knows that Jay-Z has that social real estate, if you will, just like the Portuguese knew that the Monte Congo or the kings of Congo had that social real estate, being able to influence the people nearly in totality and prepare them for slaughter and enslavement. The NFL can hide their true motives with a Jay-Z grab, like how the Portuguese masked their true motives with a religious grab. Well, what about the argument that this will eventually be beneficial to our community, or at least Kaepernick himself? I'm personally not sure about that, but at the end of the day, if we are to learn anything from African history, we will see that the Christian religion was used in a way that literally deteriorated the Congo Empire. The Portuguese disarmed the Congo kings with the Christian faith as they went on to literally enslave nobles from the region. It got so bad that one king, Mbemba Nzinga, wrote a letter to the Portuguese king about their disingenuous activities. However, his protests fell on deaf ears, as the Portuguese king at the time, King John III, showed no sympathy. Congo was only useful to him only as a source of slaves and revenue. With that being said, are we really to put so much faith in the idea that Jay-Z is going to change things from the inside without them even rectifying their original grievance with Colin Kaepernick and standing with the Black community on
He
certain
ain't changed
issues?
shit
It
yet.
seems to me that the NFL wholesale sidestepped the issue altogether by investing in Jay-Z, putting on that Portuguese religious veil, just like how the Portuguese king sidestepped the disingenuous activities of enslaving the Congolese noblemen. The NFL and the Portuguese
Hear that,
knew
right?
their end goal. The NFL knows the Black community lived vicariously through him, just like how the Portuguese knew how much the people venerated their kings. I see so many parallels, and that's why, in my opinion, it's important for us to really take a look at our history and see the pitfalls of the past. I think because of the times we're in, we're given a unique opportunity to have this foresight, and we should take full advantage of that and drive our own social and political needs in a way that truly benefits us. Hopefully, I explained that well enough for people to see.
Do you hear Jay-Z talking about the Black people need to have their own political fucking party? Do you hear Jay-Z? He's talking about Black capitalism, though, right? Strategic drop. Do you hear Jay-Z talking about the Black people need to create their own, or we need our own Black political party? You don't hear him saying shit, right? He just kissing ass, right? He's not talking about the things that need to be talked about. He's not approaching and talking and touching on the subjects that need to be talked and touched about for him to claim he represents the Black community the way he do, in the way that he done used us for all these years, y'all. It's totally unfair and it's fucked up. And we expect motherfuckers like him, okay, to speak up for the voiceless. People like us who ain't got no voice. They supposed to be standing on this shit. And niggas not standing on it because they with the shit. They with the shit. And their foot is on our necks. Jay-Z don't give a fuck about nothing that's going on. All this shit that with this movement and how he first started trying to get his Rocnation shit off the ground, everything that he claimed that he was going to be involved in, and how change was going to come, and how he was getting all these other people involved so things could progress better in the communities. He lied to everybody, bro. He lied to everybody, and he ain't addressing none of it. All right, he cocky as fuck. He cocky as fuck. Like, nigga, fuck y'all. Like, nigga, fuck y'all. I do what the fuck I want, when I want, and how I want. And watch how I Trojan horse these motherfuckers again. Okay? And that's what the fuck he did. All right, he put his tickets on sale at Yankee Stadium, and everybody went out and bought it. Then he came out with the darkness on you motherfuckers. Then he came out with the darkness on you motherfuckers. Like, yeah, I got their ass. You stupid bitch. Not only did I get all you stupid motherfuckers that I've been getting for years and getting rich off you motherfuckers. Okay, check it out. All right. SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob SquarePants. I'm Epstein Allen finest, nigga, and I'm proud of it. And I'm proud of it. It's 3 doors to this shit. Y'all see the door I walked through? He's showing everybody. Nori told us it's 3 doors to this shit. You see the 3 doors on the wall, right? He's showing you the one to the right. The one I walked through, all right, with them children at, with that Allen at. All right? Yeah, I know all you Jay-Z emotional motherfuckers is all hurt and mushy with too fucking bad. All right? If you start incorporating the Most High in your life, you won't be feeling the way that you feeling. He hurt you, not me. I'm just telling the motherfucking truth. Because what else you got SpongeBob up there for, you weird ass nigga? And allegedly, y'all, okay, it was a whole big ass publicity stunt. Allegedly, like they claimed that he sold out all them tickets and all that is an alleged lie. All that is allegedly cat. Shit wild, man. It's shit wild. And it's like, yo, he ain't hiding it no more. He see all the videos. You think he ain't on Instagram? You think he ain't on YouTube? What else he watching? We are the TV. We are the new TV. Everybody got a device in their hand. Multiple of them. It's impossible. He see all the videos. He see the truth. He like, well, fuck it. Ain't no need for me to hide it no more. What I'm gonna hide it for now? Everybody know what's going on. Everybody see it. He's in the red room. With the depiction, blood on the wall. Look like he's waiting on a meeting with Lucifer. Man, shout out everybody up in here tonight, man. This is one fire flame of a show here tonight, man. Okay, we brought nothing but receipt after receipt after receipt after receipt, 4 hours worth. 4 hours worth. All right, and there's so much more out there. Okay? Check it out. He visits Angola. He's a sorry piece of shit. Strategic drop, right? All right? I'm telling you. I'm one of the best, bro. I just don't pop shit like all them other shows that just talk about a whole bunch of nothing. I could back my shit up every which way. Whether I'm bringing images, receipts, or whether I'm live in the flesh right in front of y'all face. Yes, Angola continues to face severe water shortages. Nearly 40 to 50% of its population, y'all. Millions of dollars. 40 to 50% of the population out of all those millions of dollars is still lacking access to safe drinking water, particularly in the southern region. Severe droughts, exacerbated by climate change, have left over 2 million people in need of humanitarian aid, severely affecting food security and sanitation, yo. But he's in Angola, right? He's in Angola, right? That's crazy work, man. Check it out. Strategic drop. Man, like, share, subscribe, man. We about to close out tonight, man. We done lit this nigga on fire. All right. I know a lot of people gonna go back and watch this replay. This replay gonna be fire and it's gonna be flame. All right. I might even go back and watch it my damn self. Okay. Seriously. Okay, because this was one for the record books here tonight, man. And I don't think nobody on YouTube was able to really dissect Jay-Z in a live format the way like we did here tonight, bro. All right, this ain't no AI or none of that shit. All right, this ain't no AI video or none of that. All right, I don't think nobody was able to dissect and show the dark side of Jay-Z and the motherfuckers he's aligned with in a live format like we did tonight, man. All right, tonight was special. Tonight was special, man. All right, and I appreciate everybody for joining me here tonight, man, on this fire flame of a live. You know, I've been doing strategic vital research on Jay-Z and his wickedness for a long time, you know, and I never really did a show on him solo. You see, I have had him in the show and I have broke him down in other different type of ways, but I never did a solo project on him. All right. And the spirit moved within me. The Most High moved within me and told me the time is now. And the time was definitely now. Like they always say, all right. The Most High is always on time. All right. He never failed. He never sleep. All right. And it was meant for him to be exposed on this level, the way he brung out this spiritual darkness and how he's been deceiving and decepting the people. All right. So everything, all right, aligned strategically here tonight. All right. Everything moved aligned and parallel parked his ass tonight. That's what we did. Okay. We proved what that Jay-Z concert at Yankee Stadium is about, didn't we? Yes, we did. Didn't we prove, okay, how that water for life was a fucking scam? And why he's really rooted over there in his allegiance with the evil eye? Yes, we did. Strategic drop. All right. And didn't we prove tonight Jay-Z and, all right, the kings of Congo and in Africa, allegedly the UN is stealing funding for new water wells in Africa villages for decades? Oh, yes, we had. And didn't we pull off the mask of deception on this camel face looking motherfucker tonight? Okay. Yes, we did. And I appreciate everybody for rocking with me tonight, everybody for bearing with me in the show. But like I said, man, I ain't gonna hold y'all for nothing. All right, I'm gonna make sure it's gonna be well worth it. I'm gonna make sure I'm bringing strategic facts and we stomping, stepping, and standing on real morals and traditional principles strategically. I'm never in a rush to drop all my content and try to rush it up, cram it all up. No, 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 no. You have to move strategic. You have to strategically, systematically break this shit down and make sure everybody have a full understanding of the whole foundation that is laid. So when them strategic motherfucking drops come, everybody know exactly what the fuck is going on. And this is what this show is all about over here, man. I appreciate all the new members, all the new subscribers, all the new 5-star talkers, walkers, and stalkers. Shout out to the moderators. Shout out to the Flaming Raiders, man. I got some of the best moderators and Flaming Raiders in the game, man. I wouldn't change them for the world, man. Shout out y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed the show. If y'all just coming in, man, y'all missed one hell of a one. Y'all missed one hell of a one. Okay. And what they say, do it one more again. Hit the backfire, hit the replay, because it is well worth it. 4 hours of strategic information of Jay-Z and his bullshit ass lies. Strategically, man. Shout out everybody up in here, man. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all, man. I do, man. Shout out to Miss Dade County for the super sticker, super chat, endorsement, and sponsorship of this live. Shout her out one more time again for the super sticker, super chat, and the sponsorship endorsement of this live. Also, welcome Bernice Cox to the Fire Flame family. She made it official. She got her Inferno badges. Now, I mean, she coming off the fire truck like, yo, I'm here. I'm stomping, stepping, and standing. Welcome to the fire and welcome to the flame. I appreciate y'all. And everybody else that just subscribed, everybody else that's coming up in here, man. Welcome to the Fire Flame family. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate the love and all the support. Make sure you unsubscribe, resubscribe, unsubscribe, and resubscribe. Turn your bell notifications all the way up because we are strategic. You never know when we are going to drop. We don't send out notifications. We just strategically come in, stomping, stepping, and standing all over this shit, man. I love y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. Paula, Beverly, Cyrus, Miss Dade, Angela, man, everybody. Verena, Boss Queen, Miss Lady T. Shout out you. Shout out everybody, man. We up out of here, y'all. We gone.